Hey everybody, welcome back to the SN Studio, and what a game we have today. When I say the SN Studio, today is the Colin Studio.
Yep.
We have Colin in the house, and he has kindly let me use his Death Guard against his own Salamanders.
Yep.
So it's Colin on Colin action. So thank you very much for letting me use them.
Not a problem at all.
I was super excited when the Warzone Charadon?
Yeah, pick your flavour.
Pick your flavour, Caradon. I say Caradon. When this book came out and the Terminus Est Armies of Renown was within it, and I thought, just the fluff and everything is so cool about that. I love the Terminus Est, that evil battle barge that is like the size of a planet.
Really, well, yeah, key figure in the beginning of the heresy as well. So
exactly, there's a lot. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of renown with it, right, guys? So so super excited to get stuck into here today. We are playing Scorched Earth, and the fluff around it, I'm going to create some fluff around it. There's a theme to this, is that the Terminus Est needs supplies, okay? And the supplies on this amazing battlefield we have for today, the mat is from JW Gaming, so big shout out to those guys. Thank you so much for the mat. It is actually amazing, and it also lets you could see guys on the actual camera, and you'll see when we're playing, is that it's pre-measured a lot of the stuff for you, like the 10-inch on the board edge, and the center circle if you're playing sweep and clear, games like that. So it's amazing. So thank you so much for JW Gaming. Check them out. Mr. Barrow will probably put a doohickey right here for you to see. A little pop-up, indeed. So so the Terminus Est is pulled into orbit, and we want to raid supplies, because you need supplies for when you're running such a big hungry group that is the Death Guard.
Got to feed your zombies, right?
You've got to feed your zombies, right? Otherwise, the zombie's going to get hungry and they're going to eat you. That's pretty much what's going to happen here. So we've come down to the planet and we're going to raid, and the Salamanders are here to try and stop it. Now, that being said, let's get stuck in to the armies.
Yeah.
So let's start with Salamanders.
Okay.
And then I can tell you everything about Terminus Est.
Right, so what I've prepared for today is just a battalion, because I'm too used to using battalions from 8th edition. I don't think I am capable of using any other detachments. So I'm running 3 HQs here. I've got my Gravis Captain upgraded to a Chapter Master.
Cool.
He's been given the Forge Master Warlord trait for the +2 toughness, and he's also using... it escapes me now, but the stratagem that lets you pick a second warlord trait. Okay. I've used that to give him the well, technically, I've given him the Chapter Master specific I'm losing all my words now. I'm just so excited to play. I've given him the Chapter Master specific warlord trait, which lets you generate CP at the beginning of your command phase, and I've used the Salamander stratagem, which all the supplements have, to give him Forge Master. And I've also given him the Salamander's Mantle, which gives incoming attacks a -1 to wound against him. So toughness 7, and -1 to wound. It's pretty hard to kill.
Yeah, he's a boss.
Yeah, I mean, I had to try and match the resilience that I'm up against. We've got Adrax Agatone.
Yep.
I think all Salamanders play, or anyone, even just people that like to buy models to just to paint them.
He's such a cool model.
Of him, because in my opinion he's one of the best Primaris characters, just in terms of looks. It's it's beautiful.
He's very, very cool.
And then you've got the other beautiful Primaris character, Mephiston, who I've converted into my Chief Librarian Velcona.
He's my favourite model of yours.
Thank you.
He is my favourite model. He's so cool.
The one I've spent the most time on.
Yeah.
He has been upgraded to Chief Librarian. I've given him the Psychic Mastery Warlord traits for the +1 to cast. And he is carrying the Tome of Velcona, his own book.
Lovely.
Which lets me actually mix disciplines, because it allows me to pick an extra power from the Promethean discipline, but it doesn't specify the rest of them have to be from there. So the powers that he's taken are Might of Heroes, Psychic Fortress, of course, default choice, and Null Zone, because I knew I was going up against Terminators. Yeah. And the Promethean discipline that I've taken is Burning Hands for those mortal wounds. Okay. I've also got a Chief Librarian here. Okay. Sorry, Chief Librarian. Chief Apothecary here.
That's what it says on the tin.
That's what it says on the tin. Again, pretty much like a default choice for all Space Marine armies now. It's just, it's so good.
They are so good for your points.
Rest of the army's nice and fast. I got 4 Flamestorm Gauntlet Aggressors here.
You got to. If you're a Salamanders player, you got to have the Flame Aggressors.
Yep, and you also need to have the Eradicators.
Yeah, okay. Not so much, but yeah.
But if you play Space Marines, you need to have Eradicators. That's, yeah. For the record, I liked Flame and Melter weapons before the Salamander supplement even came out.
I liked it before it was cool. Yeah. Alright, carry on.
I just like green, okay? I've got my my veteran intercessors here, Thunderhammer on the Sergeants. And then I've got 3 bog standard squads of intercessors.
Nice.
Got a full DACA repulsor here for buckets of shots.
Yeah.
Because again, Terminus Est and it was all infantry, so I didn't need to take that many heavy weapons. I might regret that when it comes to the Terminators. I forgot how resilient they are. I've got my Leviathan here, 3 Hunter Killers, Storm Cannon Array, Siege Drill with a Melter Gun inside, and the 2 Heavy Flamers. And then I have my newest and probably favourite model, the Flame Drill.
Flame Drill!
Terex Pattern Assaults Drill, I believe is its full name.
Why is there a drill here?
The drill's here because the drill looks cool. And also because it has 2 Heavy Flamers, super doctrine, and the Melter Cutter, which is effectively 5 Melter Guns.
It's very Salamanders, I'll give you that.
Yeah. No.
It's very Salamanders.
Yes. And it looks cool.
But how many... Okay, so what's going in the drill?
Nothing in the army can go inside the drill, because the drill... Primaris Marines they're quite claustrophobic.
Yeah,
they don't like getting in rhinos or razorbacks or drills. Or storm ravens or land raiders you get the idea.
I love it. But flame drill.
Flame drill.
Let's see what it does today.
It's my answer to the Terminators, basically.
I think it's cool. And I genuinely think it is quite fluffy with the army. It's flamer, it's melter, it's very Salamanders.
Everything you could possibly want.
Exactly.
Except transport capacity.
But when he showed up and he was like, oh, here's the Death Guard. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, I love the Typhus model. And then he goes, yeah, this is my army. And I was like, what's that? What goes in that? And he's like, oh, no, nothing. It's just a flame drill. Okay, cool.
Just for anyone that hasn't seen one of these drills before.
They will have. Because this is SM we're talking about now. We've got 2 drills for the Children of Neverborn.
It's true, they work the same for Chaos and... Yeah, no, because I know that you got 2.
Although we have Volkite on ours, and we have Flamers.
I have Flamers because Salamanders.
Because Salamanders, exactly.
That's pretty much my list.
Cool. Thank you very much. So Colin is a veteran player here locally. And I'll caveat this before we get into the game and start playing, because we may say things might happen during the game, is that me and Colin have played each other quite a few times.
Oh god.
And normally Colin batters me. Like, for example, we were at a local tournament, there was a Gene Stealer cult versus these very Salamanders game, and these repulsors alone decimated my Gene Stealer cult. It was horrific. But in turn, we played you may have seen it, guys, actually. There's a couple of games we've played now on SN and SN Plus, where we've been playing league games. And the league games is like a long tournament over a course of this year. And me and Colin played each other, and I played my Word Bearers Decimator list.
Oh god.
And
it hurts. It still hurts.
It got to the point where he now plays Infinity. He is now known as Infinity Colin locally because he abandoned 40k after that game where my Decimators absolutely chewed through.
Decimated me.
Decimated you. I felt bad, but it was my revenge.
Yeah. I just like to point out, I was already talking about how I was thinking about... I don't want people to think I'm a sore loser either.
No, you're not. It's all in jest.
It was genuinely one of the most fun games of 40k I have ever played.
Yeah.
And I had almost nothing on the table by turn 2.
Yeah, it was horrific.
Yes.
Not as bad as Adam got it, though.
Not as bad as Adam.
Adam got it worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I'm not boasting, but yeah, it was pretty... It's a nasty, nasty list.
Yes, it is.
If you want to see that list played, guys, comment below, just say Word Bearers Nasty List or something like that, and I'll see if Mr. Pardo wants to play it, because last time I played it, I think a while ago, a similar list on YouTube, people called me that guy. And a lot of people know I'm not that guy. Not normally.
I mean, you're not that guy, but it is a that guy list.
Yeah, it is that guy list. The way it all synergizes, just filth.
I just want to throw out, if you do comment and say that you want to see that list on the channel, just please don't say you want to see them against these.
bring your Infinity models. Okay, so let's go into the Death Guard. Let's get back on track.
Yes.
And not only Death Guard, the Terminus Est. So cool, so thematic. It's probably my favorite now, reading it, my favorite faction within Death Guard. I love Blightlords, I love all that kind of stuff. I love Morty, he's great now, but this is just cool. I've always liked Typhus, and now I get the chance to play him. So I'm like a, what do they call it? A kid in a candy store in America. Candy store. Let's go into the list itself. Before that, we'll put the name in the description below the link.
Yes. So this army I purchased towards the end of last year. Someone that I've followed on Instagram for quite a while. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to say the name. Cryokinesi or Cryokinesi or something along those lines.
In the description.
It'll be down there. I had followed his painting of this army for ages. I believe now he's doing an Emperor's Children. He's done Black Templars, and they all look gorgeous.
Amazing.
But I saw that he put this army up for sale. And instantly, I didn't even ask. I didn't even consider how many models were in the army.
I want it.
Ridiculous number of models.
Yeah.
I hadn't even looked at them closely. I just straight away asked him. I just went straight in. I'm interested. How much? And then then I said how much, and was like, by the way, what's in the army?
Wow.
But I've never regretted it. It's incredible. I've made a couple of additions here and there, trying to match it as closely as I can, but they look phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, barely anything of the stuff that I've painted is actually in here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, it speaks volumes to how much what a great army it is that it's here.
So true, and thank you, sir. So I get a chance to play them. So in my list, I have obviously the Terminus Est faction, and leading it, I have Typhus himself. With that, because he's a warlord, you have to have, I believe it's called Shamble Rot, which is their trait, and he has all the traits he has as standard. Then we go into the other HQ. It is the Malignant Plaguecaster. I've actually paid a CP to give him Plaguechosen, so he has Revoltingly Resilient for a 5-er. Feel no pain, just in case.
Old school.
Old school, yeah, old school. But I think it's quite handy to keep him alive. They're my only 2 characters. I do have a couple. Then he also has taken the one relic, which is the one from here. It's called the Filth Censers.
Filth Censers, I believe.
Filth Censers, and it gives me an extra 6 inches to my abilities, my powers, which is pretty cool. Pretty happy with that.
1,000 suns now.
Yeah, basically he's a 1,000 sun. Yeah, he's a stinky 1,000 sun. So that's my 2 HQs in the battalion. Then we go into the troop choices. We have 2 squads, one orange and one blue of the Poxwalkers. I've got to have that in the Terminus Est list. I know you have more, Colin.
A couple.
And I will get you to paint those up so we can play them.
Yeah. It may or may not go into triple digits.
Yes, and I want as many as possible because Poxwalkers are my favourite. I used to love the Plague Zombies back in the day before they became Poxwalkers. Yeah. 2 squads of 20. Then we have 2 units of 10 Marines. One with a spewer, the spewer splooge thing. One with a light launcher. Both with sigils, so 6s are 6s to hit are auto wounding
with bolt weapons.
With bolt weapons only. Yeah. Yes, that's amazing. It's amazing. And then we have 1 plasma in one squad and 1 melter in another squad. Just because that's what the models. Oh, and the champions have power fists. Then moving on, it's all elites. After that, because you can't. Part of the Terminus Est, guys, if you don't know, is you can't take vehicles. Because basically the Terminus Est being the battle barge, they would have vehicles. This is what I don't understand.
Maybe they just don't like using them?
They just don't like using them. Because the battle barge is massive, the size of a city. So you're going to put vehicles on there. But anyway, as part of this, I guess it's like an assault boarding kind of thing, where maybe other ships you attack or whatever. This is assault force.
Or shipping yards.
Yeah, exactly. So
all the vehicles are for hauling away the food they're about to loot.
This guy. So, elite choices. Now, we have more elite choices than we're allowed, but because we're Death Guard, we have, I call it festering virions?
Fetid virions.
Fetid virions.
Yeah.
Which allows me to take 3 elite characters, basically the Biologus Putrifier, so the grenade man. We have the Blightspawn Foul Blightspawn, which is the Flamer guy. Then we have the Tallyman himself, and those 3 combine into just one elite slot choice. So that means I can then pick the other 4, and then we have the 5. Where I think it's 6 in a
6
battalion.
You're allowed, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure it's 6. But anyway, so we're well within. So that's the 3 characters in the elite slots. Then we go into 2 units of Blightlord Terminators, both with flails. Both the champions have plasmas, and then we have combat bolters on the rest. But then one has another splooge, and then the other one has a blight launcher. And then finally, some of my favourites, we have 2 units of 3 Death Shroud. Oh yes,
Best models.
Oh, so cool. The Reapers,
Tied best models.
the story. Yeah, well, I think your Typhus is probably one of my favourite death cards. It's just awesome. I love the guy on the front just
the
smiling away.
The Poxwalker that he's raising.
Yeah, exactly. Raising out of the goop.
I think that's actually been made from Acadian, which makes me feel all kinds of joy.
Let's take a moment. Okay, and that's the army, guys. That's it. It's 2,000 points exactly, with the upgrades and whatnot. So yeah, it's going to be nasty. I am worried about the armor you have and trying to break that armor. I think it's going to be quite tough. I know I've got some hard-hitting stuff, but I need to get there. And I know you've got a lot of shooting, etc. So it's going to be a good one. Let's go into secondaries. I shall begin. I have taken, first of all, I've taken Gauge all fronts, because I can be deep striking and whatnot. Then I have gone for the Death Guard one, of course, which is the Spread the Sickness, because Poxwalkers can do it. It's very cool. And they spread the sickness wherever they go, right? And then lastly, I've actually gone for Raise, which is not great. It's not great. But I've taken it because it's very fluffy. It's very thematic. And I think that, because we would go to your deployment zone, your area, raise and destroy what we don't want within this facility, and yeah, I think that's very apt. What are your secondaries?
The secondaries that I've gone for are engage on all fronts as well, because to be honest, I think I'm going to mow down a lot of this army, which is going to leave me a lot of room to move around. Also, the drill is able to deep strike, so if I need that, or I need to get on the other side of the table, I can do that pretty quickly. Repulsor as well. It's relatively fast. I've gone for Assassinates because you've got 5 characters, so I can get full points for that one. And I've also gone for Grind Them Down because I'm pretty sure, at least for the first few turns, I'll be able to kill more than you a turn. Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah, the Poxwalkers are very squidgy. Yeah, I think so. Maybe. And your hardest hitting units, I know, are most likely they're going to take a while to get to me, or they're going to be deep striking in. So I've got a couple of turns leeway there. So
makes sense. He's already thinking about it more than I am. Now, I'll quickly go through, because people might go, oh, what kind of disciplines he's got going on? Forgot to mention that these guys have their own discipline. Yeah. It's called the Festa discipline.
So good.
So I've gone and used it, and it's amazing. Yeah, it's so cool. So what I've given, I'll quickly go through it. Typhus has got Rot Wind, which reduces AP of weapons, so your AP will go down by 2, which is really cool. And then he also has Accelerated Entropy, which is like a mortal wound crushing toughness test roll-off type thing, which is kind of cool as well. And then the Plaguecaster has Lungrot, and then he has Noxious Discharge, which is like a...
Sounds lovely.
It's like a mini mortal wound bomb amongst the others. It's good for plucking off wounds and whatnot. And Lungrot is quite good for stopping advances and some other bits and pieces. So yeah, that's what I've picked. Festering discipline. Let's see how that works. So we've seen the secondaries. You've seen the table of crates everywhere. Let's get to the battlefield, get fighting, and may the best Infinity Colin win.
Engage disembarkation protocols. Prepare target lock on key vectors for full orbital blight bombardment. Prepare the assault force. I want troops on the ground within the hour. The Terminus Est requires resupply. And what better way to quench the hunger of the beast than taking from the false Emperor and his muling servants? I will lead the first wave and smash into the planetary defenses. We shall spread our father's gifts to this world, pollute the skies with festering beneath our boots. Death and decay will follow in our wake, and once we have taken our fill, we will raise what little remains and replace it with Nurgle's blessings. They will know and fear the name Typhus once more in the Imperium. Unlock the cages in the lower hull. Let the poxwalkers grow eager for flesh. When I give the signal, unleash the horde.
The terrain is set, the armies are deployed, and we are ready for some Colin on Colin action.
Yes, we are.
And you today. and you are me. Of course.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Today we are playing Scorched Earth, and if you skip the beginning, naughty. Well, we know you guys didn't, but we have an objectives on both of our deployment zones, just in front, here and here. There are two in no man's land, one on the right here by the craters, and then one over here, and then lovely Salamanders are holding the other two on their side, of course. Just a little going over of terrain. We're going to use the large ones as ruins. We're going to hold it so it goes from the base, so basically you can't obscure it from there, and then these are just obscuring crates everywhere. There's actually quite a lot of line of sight when you get down to it of what can and cannot see. I'll give you a quick overview there. So it's actually going to be a bit of a bloodbath, I think.
Yep.
Now,
I mean, both of our objective is just to get up close, so...
Exactly. Yes, we want to meet in the middle. We want to say hello. I want the supplies. The Terminus Est needs feeding, because it is a living thing, I imagine.
And I have a lot of flamey purging to do.
You do, exactly. You don't want to give the supplies away. In fact, you want to burn me and probably the supplies just so I don't get it.
Acceptable losses.
Okay, that's a very Imperium thing. Acceptable losses. Okay, so let's quickly go over deployment. I'll start with mine because it's quite simple. We've got the character blob with Marines and Poxwalkers in front. So amongst the characters, we've got the Death Shroud, all within 3 of characters here. We have Typhus himself, we have the Plaguecaster, the Tallyman, the Biologus Putrifier, and then we have the Foul Blightspawn there. And on the right flank, we have just 10 Marines, and then Poxwalkers there holding that objective. I've got a little bit heavy on this flank, as you might see. But I thought I kind of need my characters to be together, get the buffing going, etc. In Deep Strike, I have 1 unit Death Shroud and 2 Blightlord units. They're going to come down and say hello later on. Now, let's go over the Salamanders deployment. Let's start over this side.
Right, so here I've got my veteran intercessors, Thunderhammer on the Sergeant,
Of course.
normal squad of 5 intercessors,
Yep.
another one here, another one there.
Nice.
I've got my Leviathan, 3
Yep.
Hunter Killers, Siege Drill, and Storm Cannon.
Yes,
alright?
indeed.
And the 2 Heavy Flamers, because Salamanders.
Go Salamanders.
I've got my 3 Eradicators, pretty much mandatory.
Of course.
I've got my fancy Chapter Master there.
Yes, you do.
He's...
And you have the Librarian. Sorry, you were going to say something about the...
I was just gonna... Well, I forgot I've already mentioned it. But yeah, he's just the ridiculously hard to kill one.
He's awesome.
I figured if I'm going up against Death Guard, I have to have some kind of clash of
That's true.
just immovable objects.
Yes.
The
The Super Sorcerer, I love that conversion.
the Super Sorcerer, yes.
So nice.
And we've got my Repulsor here. This has the 4 aggressors.
Yeah.
What's his name? Adrax. How can I
Yes.
forget his name?
Every Salamander is shaking their head right now.
It is time for the helmet, yeah. Yeah, I've got him and my Chief Apothecary in there as well.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so that is everything. That's all the admin done. Now time for the all-important roll-off. I am using Nurgle's Blessed Dice today.
got my nice bright salamander green die.
It's green on green. Let's roll. Okay, so for Terminus Est, I got a 5.
That's 3.
Oh, Death Guard, turn 1, coming up. Unleash the hordes. So end of movement phase here for the Death Guard. Also, I'm kind of in the command phase, because I'll explain some bits now, but you know, for everyone's for all purposes, it is the end of the movement phase. I had spent a CP, I've spent a lot of CP.
A lot. Like, actually half your CP.
Half my CP already, but I will explain momentarily. So, first things first, let's quickly go through the movement phase. I've spent a CP, or 2 CP, sorry, on Unleash the Horde, and that means that I can move extra 3 inches on my Poxwalkers, and I thought that's very cool. Run them forward, so I advance both units, and they're both now within 3 of these objectives. Now I can't do my Spread the Sickness action on them because I've advanced them, but I am holding them, so you need to get me off those objectives. On top of that, then these Plague Marines have moved up onto this objective, and then these guys have shuffled behind this box here. Typhus himself has moved to stand proudly amongst his horde. He does love his zombies, or Typhus.
There's kids.
Yeah, his little creations. So he's still within 3, so he can't be targeted, obviously within anyway, but within 3 of the Death Shroud, which are standing there. The rest of the characters have kind of shuffled up, and then the Plaguecaster shuffled around here with a little entourage of Marines, because he is within 24 of that squad over there, which will make sense for Psychic Phase.
Yep.
But anyway, let's go into the admin. I need to quickly see, I need to chant the 7-fold path to see if I can get a CP back from the Tallyman. Can he do it? For Nurgle. Oh, wow. Perils. So I got a CP back there, taking me up to 7, which is Nurgle's number. He knew it. He knew it. Thank you, Papa. Now, I've spent another 3 CP, which is probably a silly thing to do. Okay, this is a great start, but I thought, how cool would Blight Bombardment be from the Terminus Est? Do you imagine him just calling corners down, smashing into the earth? And I've put it right here because it's in the next command phase. So I put it away. So if he wants to move this way with his army, he has to then suffer potentially some mortal wounds.
Yeah.
Calling to the Terminus Est.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, that's okay. I thought that was just very, very thematic, very cool. Probably a silly decision to make, but you know, it is what it is. So that's the end of the movement phase. There's only one thing shooting. I'm going to perform an action with this squad on 4-up. I might as well do it now to see if I can contagion. If I contaminate, I want to spread the sickness. This is for Disturbed, and that thing that lead singer has in his face. Hey! Okay, so that is spread of sicknessness. This side I can't do it. I've got a Blight Launcher I will fire in the shooting phase, and I got some Psychic to do, so I'll do that quickly. And that'll actually be my turn, because there's not much else to do.
I mean, it's a pretty fast turn.
Yeah.
For a pretty slow army, it's a pretty fast turn.
Yeah, exactly. We don't mess around. So we'll catch you guys in the Psychic phase coming up. Alrighty, I've got this little, like, you know, similar theme plague marker there for the diseased objective. And now I'm going to put on the Psychic phase. Poor Typhus is out. Cypher? Where's Cypher?
Where is he?
Typhus is out of anything, unfortunately, but because of my relic, which is the Filth Censor, something like that.
Sensor? Yeah.
Sensor?
Yeah,
I think like a sensor.
Things,
yeah, exactly. What?
The little smoke
things. He gets an extra 6 inches, which means that he is in range of either this squad or this squad here. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm actually going to Lungrot these, because that sounds quite cool, on a 7. Nope, doesn't get it. I won't bother with that because it's just a nice to have. And then lastly, the only other thing in range he has is a smite. And I'm going to smite the Eradicators because I don't like them. And that goes off. Anything you can do to deny? I think you're out, right?
Not from this far away.
Yeah, true. You're a little bit out. D3. Oh, just the one. And then I will quickly go on to my shooting phase because it is literally just this. Because they've done an action. Everything else is out of range. I don't think Typhus has any shooty weapons, as far as I'm aware. Maybe he's got a pump bolter?
I think Destroyer Hive is a ranged weapon. At
Yes,
least
like,
it used to be, but it's like... Yeah, it's
6.
not in range.
Yeah.
Definitely not in range.
Yes, but I don't think he's got a weapon other than a big old scythe. But I will check that, and you will see another clip if he does. Otherwise, it'll be Salamanders. Now, all I have in range is this Blight Launcher, but that's all that matters. The Blight Launcher can see this squad up here, and I'm going to shoot you for the death guard. So that's 1 hit, and now it's 3's to wound. Rerolling 1s because it is a plague weapon. For 1 wound. Ooh, here we go.
So this is -1.
Minus
-2.
-2.
Yeah.
So you want to take it on cover? Should we call that cover on top?
That's what I was going to ask. We didn't say we were treating it as cover, so we won't.
Okay, fine. I'm not sure if crate does our cover on top anyway, if you're all exposed. I'm not entirely sure. So we'll count it as not. Fine, so it's -2.
So 5 up. And that passes.
He makes it. He makes it. Okay, so that is the end. I'm on both objectives, and of course my hammer is waiting up in the Terminus Est to come down later on. I just want to weather the storm of Salamanders, turn 1. End of the movement phase here for the Salamanders, and just before we go through that, I wanted to point out that my malicious contagion from Tallyman was given to this unit, but they couldn't do anything because they were spreading some sickness there. And on this side, I actually rolled, I forgot to mention, I rolled a CP for an advance because I rolled a 1 and I needed a 3 to touch that objective. Anyway, you have some admin now.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
First of all, I gave the CP rerolls, the hit rerolls from the Chapter Master to those intercessors.
Lovely.
And I have to roll to see if I get a CP back for his Adept of the Codex?
Yes.
The Warlord trait for Chapter Masters.
Okay.
So on a 4 up, I do not get a CP back.
Okay.
But 2 can play at the game that DC decided to start,
yes.
and I am orbitally bombarding right in the middle of his cluster there.
Using the old I just stole dice.
Yes.
From the old SN.
Which doesn't really have much.
The old SN. Anymore. The old SN. Yeah, exactly. They have no use anymore. But yes, so the bombardment is being bombarded back, and I love the idea of your Salamander battle barge.
The Terminus Est and my battle barge is just there. Instead of shooting at each other,
just firing down on us. Nothing else to do. That's amazing. So both battle barges in play now. Let's go through the movement. Let's start off on this flank.
Yep, so these guys, they were just going to move and hide behind the crates, but I figured why they're hiding from Poxwalkers, so they've advanced up. I rolled a 3 for them.
Amazing.
I've just kind of sidestepped with the 2.
You have.
With everything here.
There is nothing in 6-inch bubble there.
There is nothing
from my bombard, which is a shame, but I guess it didn't get you to move straight forward down this is what I was worried about, this path here.
You kind of had to sidestep. But...
Exactly, it's a sidestep.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you've moved the intercessors in the front.
Yep, and the Leviathan. These guys have stayed exactly where they were.
Indeed.
No need for them to move. Everything's just kind of shuffled here. The Eradicators have gone on top of the crates, and the Repulsor has just roomed a bit forwards.
It has indeed.
And
that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so let's quickly go through Psychic. You only got one thing you can cast, right?
Yeah, because no line of sight, so I can't do Smites, Burning Hands, there's nothing for me to attack.
Yes.
So, Psychic Fortress, the cheesiest of Space Marine spells.
Alright, let's do it.
So it goes off on a 6, he has a +1 for Psychic Mastery.
Okay. That goes off. I'm going to try and deny with Typhus.
So that would be a 7 total.
This is Nurgle's number, my friend.
Oh.
Hiya! No, it is, well, you get it, try and re-roll that? Average dice? I need to get an 8.
I mean, I'd rather you didn't.
I know, because then a 5 and vulnerable. Because that goes on that as well, right?
Yes, it does.
I'm actually going to try and CP this, I think. Because that 5 and vulnerable, if I can get my sides and whatnot into these guys, I'm actually going to do that. This is probably a stupid idea again, so no, Death Guard players, stop commenting. Actually comment more, I love it. Oh no!
So close. You did get Nurgle's number.
I did.
You got the 7.
You gave me what I wanted, but not quite. Okay, so Psychic Fortress goes off. That's the end of the movement phase and the Psychic phase done. We have some bombardment, so I need to do some moving as well. Let's go into shooting phase coming up. Before we set the shooting phase off, I'm going to spend 2 CP, so I'm down to 4 now, on Cloud of Flies for this squad here, because you can see them around here, but I've got some stuff in front. I don't mind you kill the Poxwalkers. So Cloud of Flies, 2 CP, means you can't shoot them unless they're within 12 or they're closest.
Yeah, which now means that my Eradicators are going to sit there looking very pretty.
Yes, indeed, that makes me happy. So, let's go on to some shooting. What would you like to shoot first?
Well, I'm going to start off with the Repulsor, which is a bucket of shots.
It is indeed. Is everything going into the Poxwalkers? I can see the Death Row as well.
I mean, I need to clear those Poxwalkers completely, because you can just bring them back.
I can indeed.
Terminus
Terminus Est.
Yeah, so everything from here is just going to go into there.
Okay, sounds good. Do you want to get some dice?
Yeah.
I'll let you get some dice ready and we'll come back for the shooting. Alrighty, starting off the shooting phase, explain what's going on here because there's a lot of shots coming in. We've got it all paired out. Different dice, we're ready to go.
Right, so the Dakka box is starting to fire with its onslaught, that both heavy onslaught and the regular onslaught. Total of 20 shots. Rolling them all together, because even though they've got different strength, they're all wounding on 3s.
Yes, okay.
So these are all hitting on 3s.
Hit on 3s. Lots of 1s and 2s, I like that.
Lots of 1s and 2s, and these are unfortunately no longer rerolling.
Yes. Good.
I don't know, I think the number of reroll Space Marines had before was completely...
crazy?
Completely normal. No, they definitely should have left them. Should have given them more.
Oh, the rage. The rage is now on the internet. What have you unleashed?
Okay, these are wounding on 3s as well.
Okay, lots of 1s and 2s again.
Yep. So that is a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds at, well, you'll feel no pain.
You might feel no pain. 6s. Save 1, so that's 2, 4, 6, 7 down so far. I'll just put a little doodah here. 7 down.
Now it's the heavy bolters.
Yes.
So 3s again. Oh.
Okay, 3 hits.
And 3s.
And 2 wounds. 6s. No, that's another 2. That's 9. 9 poxwalkers so far.
Now this is the heavy stubber.
Okay.
So
3 hits.
3 hits.
Now this is 4s, right?
Yes, this is 4s.
Because I don't toughness 4. Just the 1.
Just the 1?
No. Okay, so that's 10 down. Half the squad.
Oh no, now you can revive them.
Eventually, you've got a lot more shots coming in. So what's this now?
These are the Storm Bolters. 3 Storm Bolters, all within rapid fire range.
Lovely, okay.
So again, 3s. Oh, that's a much better roll.
That is much better. That makes you
Just
happy.
1 miss.
But now this is 4s, right?
Yep. Oh, that's also a very good roll.
Yeah, okay. How many you got there?
Okay, so that's 4 total that have either not hit or not wounded. 5 total, sorry. So that's 7.
7. That's Nurgle's number. I also love your showcasing what 1 for SN dice.
Oh yeah.
Both limited edition, off colours, available in the store. Actually, probably not now.
Yeah,
But there are some available in the store. Save 1, so that's another 6 down.
Right.
4 left.
And oh wow.
Let's do that. There's 4 remaining.
So with Blast, I count the number of models in the target unit as when I started firing, not when I actually roll for the weapon, correct?
I imagine so, yes.
Because supposedly all the weapons fire at once.
You could also just start with them as well, right?
I could have just started with them.
So yeah, I believe so. I don't see why not.
Well,
Yeah, I think
that
so.
would mean that the Frag Storm are firing at maximum shots.
Of
because
course.
It's a unit above 11 models.
Yes.
So that's another 12.
Okay, 4 remaining then.
So
Let's see if we can do it.
3s.
Okay, lots of misses.
2, 4, 5 misses.
Excellent.
And these are 4s again.
4s again.
So that's
5.
2 not wounded, so that's 5.
Oh. This could be the unit gone. Oh, but he says there's 1 left.
Oh no!
There's 1 remaining.
There's still 1 more gun to go.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah, two crack storms.
These weapons, unbelievable.
So how many's left? 1 Poxwalker?
1 Poxwalker.
Alright.
Okay, here we go.
Is hitting on 3s. Oh! Wounding on 3s. Strong
Okay.
6. No!
Both missed. Okay, that Poxwalker lives. Wow. Are you tempted to reroll?
No, I've got more things that can shoot at them.
Okay.
It's fine.
So let me remove the dead, and we should carry on shooting. Poxwalkers. All right, carrying on the shooting phase. We're going to be firing those intercessors into my Death Shroud. Try and take one of them down. There's Dave. Dave the Poxwalker. He remains.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All part of the plan.
all part of the plan, apparently. Are you going to charge him or something?
No, I would never.
Okay, so let us begin with the intercessors. So let's go. How many shots?
Right,
4
so
shots?
that's 4 of them can see the Death Shroud.
Yes.
So that's 4 full rerolls.
Yes, 4 rerolls, all hit.
And of course now I don't need them. These are wounding on 5s.
Yes, that was 5.
Nice.
Nada.
Okay, straight onto this intercessor squad over here.
Okay.
They are shooting their 5 bot rifles at those poxwalkers.
Okay, 5 shots coming
5
in.
shots.
That's 4 hits.
Yep. I'll pick up those barrels later.
That's alright, they exploded. Funny enough, Pardo said to me, careful with the barrels when you put them down, because if you put them too far, you'll hit the dice and they'll go everywhere. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. And look what happened.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Papa Pardo always knows. He always knows.
Right, so these are wounding on 4s.
Wounding on 4s, that's 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
Poxwalkers. No, 3 down on the Poxwalker unit so far. I'll put a little marker here. And then, what are we shooting at next?
I'm going to shoot all 5 of the assault bolters at those.
Yes, they can advance and shoot. Is it the -1?
Yes, they have a -1, so they're hitting on 4s.
Okay.
So,
That's a lot of shots. Hitting on 4s.
yep, 3 shots each.
That's a lot of misses. Oh, it's not too bad, actually.
Could be worse. Could be much worse.
Yeah, that's actually a lot better than I thought.
Right, so
3s.
these are 4s.
4s, because I'm toughness 4.
Oh, wow.
That's 4 wounds?
4 wounds.
Okay, 6s. No, it's another 4, so that is 7. Nurgle's number. And then you've got this squad here, and then you've got the storm cannon on those guys. I imagine the 300 killers will also go into these poxwalkers.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not a waste at all. No, I'm going to start with the 3 intercessors up here. Can see there. They haven't moved, so they're rapid firing at full range.
Okay.
So that is only
2 hits. I like that.
The Galaxy's Elite Warriors, guys.
Yes, of course.
Can't hit 4 inches of movement poxwalkers.
You besmirched the name of the poxwalker. Right, 4s to wound. 2 wounds, 6s. That's what you get. So that's just 1 more, putting it up to 8. 8 dead so far.
Yep, and now I'll go for the Storm Cannon.
Storm Cannon.
Which is the only thing that's in range, because I'm pretending the Hunter Colors don't exist.
Of course.
It's 8 shots.
8 shots, yes.
Alright, so this is hitting on 3s now.
Indeed
I'm still not used to Ballistic Skill 3 Leviathans.
Yes, I've got used to it with Biologus, the Shield of Sakaris, but we don't mention the word bearers here. That's another battlefield for another day.
I don't like to talk about
word bearers. Yes! Oh dear, oh dear.
Right, so these are wounding on 2...
3s. 3s. It should, 7 now, isn't it? It was 8. So there's still a full round of 5?
5s. This is a 2 dice per...
It is, okay. 1...
Should have done the same with the heavy bolters there, but it doesn't matter.
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, close on some of them, but 5 more down. So that's 13? 13 in total?
So now you have to choose which Poxwalker unit you want back.
I do indeed, yes, I do indeed. So, that is the shooting done, right?
I believe so, yeah,
Okay.
that shot everything. Yeah, that's everything done.
Do you have any charges?
Yes, I do. The repulsor is definitely charging in there,
Okay.
and I'll let you remove those poxwalkers, and then I'll decide on that side.
Oh, they can advance and charge?
I completely forgot I advanced that.
Okay, so if it's just that one, we can quickly roll it up.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's just the one. And I'll remove those dead. So I don't know what you need. You're getting into the one Poxwalker, right?
Yeah.
I hope he survives. This would be incredible.
Yeah.
So 6.
Oh, he might make it.
He might make it. He needs to do a little pivot, but he should be okay.
I think 6. Yeah, I think a 6 would be enough. Then.
6 will be all right. Perfect. So we'll run Dave over, and we'll catch you back in a second. Poor Dave. He's just about to get a repulsor in the face. We've shuffled over. With the Consolidate, we'll be able to get into this table quarter for the old engage or front for Mr. Colin. Yep. So he's actually got 6 attacks, which is insane. I thought it was 3 at most.
Nah.
Of course, it has 6 attacks.
It's Space Marines.
Of course, 6 attacks from this thing. So we're hitting on 6s though.
Yep.
So let's go.
Yep. So, well, just to mention, I am relying on killing this guy because I
of
will
course.
need the Consolidate move.
Oh, in order to get
into the.
That's what I mean. That's what we talked off the camera. So he needs to crush Dave. But Dave is resilient.
I just need 1.
No! Do it! Oh, Dave lives! And he holds the objective for me. They actually have to fight back as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Unless you want to roll CP.
I'm not going to waste it. Chances of getting a 6 and 2
though. Dave fights back. Dave hits. He actually gets an extra strength from
So he goes up
from
to
Typhus to strength 4.
So he wouldn't need 6s.
Damn. Just in case. It wasn't toughness 7, just in case. Nothing from Dave, but heroically Dave stands and he gets me the points there as we go into Death Guard. We almost forgot contagion range within an inch. Dave has made that whole thing toughness 7, which means his 5 up. Wounded.
Yeah.
Go, Dave. You need to save.
Yeah, I do. I don't even know what to say. Oh.
Please tell me it's a wound.
Please
tell me it's a wound.
That's a 1!
Yes! Did a wound! Put a wound marker on that.
Yeah.
And quickly, he actually gets the Destroyer Hive within 6 of the command phase at the start. So I'll do it quickly now on camera because I'm going to move him shortly. So on a 2+, he takes D3. So there you go. So D3 mortal wounds for 2. So 3 wounds in total on the repulsor. I'll quickly do my Tallyman, see if I get a CP back. I don't. Ooh, so I only get 5 now, which I've moved up. So we'll go into Dave, you legend. Death Guard, Terminus Est, turn 2. Alright, end of the movement phase here for the Death Guard, and we have surrounded the enemy, but I don't believe you're too worried yet. A little bit. Okay, so let's take you through what's happened. So in the movement phase, these guys stay put. They are all perfectly within range of this unit here. The Poxwalker gang that is over here has just kind of created a barrier, held off there, and they will be doing the spread the sickness, but they're going to actually hurt themselves on a D3. So D3 mortal wounds, 1, which they can ignore on a 6. Ooh, no. Okay, so 1 dies, but that is now a sick objective, which makes me happy. I'll find my objective doodahs in a moment. And that's happened over here, so they've stayed put. Around here, it's my Gene Stealer cultist, didn't he?
Yeah.
We've snuck some Death Shroud. They are 9 inches away from this objective. My theory is that if I can take that off him and then survive, which would be difficult, but if I could, then maybe I could, well, 1, deny some points, but 2, raise that objective next turn.
I mean, I'm trying to wrap my head around the fact that you said that Death Shroud surviving is going to be difficult.
Well, it is me now. I'm going to spend a CP over here to help Dave out. Now, you probably commented already, but we don't mind. Mr. Colin forgot that you get +1 attack with a Space Marine. He rolled off camera and he failed. Yeah. Nothing can defeat Dave, the mighty Poxwalker. I wonder what he was before. Maybe like a municipal worker or like a lab technician or something. I don't know,
but he's the Repulsor Slayer now.
He's the Repulsor Slayer, and forevermore. I'm going to spend a CP for Dead Walk again and get some more friends back for Dave, so we can hold that objective a little better. So that's another 5 coming back. I'll place those after I've explained the rest of the movement phase. The Tallyman has given the Malicious Contagion, I think it's called, to a +1 to hit here. On this squad, they've moved around, still holding on to the objective, but they have moved around onto getting more shots off on those guys there, along with the Plaguecaster. The Tallyman himself had advanced over here just to get out of that 6 bubble. And over here, I've pushed everything forward, guys, because the idea is that I know the bombardment is there, but if I charge this way and wrap around, then I'll probably try and get as best I can out of that 6-inch. I don't think I can be as crafty as yourself, because you did put it in a good spot, right in the middle of my stuff. Dave, with his friends shortly, will still be in combat, holding on to that objective, and potentially doing a huge swing for the game for old DC. And then, finally, in Deep Strike as well, come down, we've had 2 units of Blightlords come in 9 inches away here, 10-inch charge onto this repulsor. I might gamble it. I know it's very, very unlikely, but if I can completely surround this guy and he blows up,
time to spend CP for emergency disembarkation.
Yes, CP spent, and because his little unit of aggressive, nasty unit actually inside can do a lot of damage to me, but I need to crack that repulsor before it blends more of my troops. And that's that, guys. So that's the end of the movement phase. I'll go into the psychic phase in just a moment. I need to see what I'm going to be smiting and plaguing. Catch you guys in a second. Okay, starting off the psychic phase, this Malignant Plaguecaster. Say that 6 times.
I'd rather not.
Malignant Plaguecaster is going to cast, first of all, I'm going to do Noxious Discharge on this unit here, because then those 3 units underneath are within 3. So basically what it does, guys, is 6 to cast, they get a mortal wound, and then everyone around here gets a mortal wound. So I want to smite as well, but I want to smite first. Actually, that's closer, so I'll be smiting that. Because my other thing, Lungrot, it doesn't really do anything, to be honest, guys. So in this scenario, so first of all, let's do some noxious smells. No, that does not go off. And then we'll just smite, and I guess it'll be the repulsor. Now that does go off on an 8. Would you like to deny, sir?
No, I think I'm going to leave it.
Okay, so D3 mortal wounds for 2. 2 more down on the repulsor. Now, Typhus, he has Rotwind, which I think is quite handy, and it's not within visible, so I can see these guys here with, not see it, but I can cast it on them, which will lower the AP of their weapons by 2. So, Rotwind, I need a 7. Oh, that is a... I'm going to have to re-roll here, taking me down to 3 CP. That is not good.
I don't know, I think it's great.
I bet you do. That does go off on a 7.
I'm going to try and deny that.
Okay, sir.
So I need an 8. Ooh.
That will not do it.
Never mind.
Okay, so their AP now is -2, so only AP 2 melters.
Might as well be Stalker Bolters at this point.
Alrighty, that's pretty good for me. And then finally, we'll just do a smite onto the repulsor as well. That goes off on an 8.
I'm going to try and deny that as well.
Yeah, you can deny 2.
Yep, because he's Chief Librarian,
Oh,
he
of
gets
course.
1, 2 each.
That, you can reroll that if you want.
Nah, that's not going to get it
so
either
doesn't
way.
matter anyway, yeah, exactly. So D3 for another 2 down on the repulsor.
Down to 9.
Down to 9, okay. Whew. And I've done my command phase thing earlier before we did anything else. And there's nothing else there I can do, so now we'll go on to some shooting! Alright, time to start the shooting phase. I'm going to spend 2 CP, because it's pretty cool, Terminus Est stratagem for Callous Disregard. I'm being super, super greedy here, but I can shoot into this unit with the Poxwalkers because of that stratagem, which is very, very cool.
Yep.
You can also do them cultists, right?
Yes, it's either Poxwalkers or Plague Followers, which are cultists.
Which are cultists. It's pretty damn cool. I'm thinking this unit, because I've got a Melter and a Plague Spewer and a bunch of Bolters, I can actually maybe get through this and crack it open. And if I do, then I've got plenty of charge potential with those guys. So
Get to the gooey insides of the repulsor.
get to the gooey insides.
Also, guys, because we haven't recapped it yet, I've taken down the repulsor by another wound because he is within 12 inches of the Plaguecaster, who successfully cast on a 7 or more, so he took a mortal wound.
I'm glad
so-
someone's here knows what they're doing.
Even closer to death.
Even closer to death. Yes, indeed, the Plaguecaster did do that. So I'm spending 2 CP, taking me down just to 1 CP, which is pretty brutal. But I want to show you guys. So Callous Disregard. So we've got 10 Bolter rounds going in. Now I get +1 to hit here. And it's actually -1 to hit, if I'm correct, on the stratagem. Because I can shoot my own guys, basically.
Yes.
So I'm hitting normally, but any misses is going to be going on to Dave and his friends. So hitting on 3s.
Oh, you've got a few auto wounds there, don't you?
A few auto wounds, actually, yes, with the 6s because of the sigil. Absolutely brilliant. And 1 goes on to him. I won't shoot Dave, don't worry, guys. So the rest hit. Thank you very much. And now I need 5s here. So that is 5 in total. 5 wounds, sir.
Right.
This is where you fail them all now. No minus, but so you got 3 up save, right? Any 1s and 2s?
Whew.
Come on, 1s and 2s.
Oh no.
Oh, that's 3 wounds down.
Oh no.
Leaving him on 5 wounds remaining, and now time to do the Plague Spewer for 5. Now this is wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s thanks to Plague Weapon. So that's just 1 wound on their -1.
So 4 up. And that goes through as well.
It's down to 4.
Oh.
And now it's time for the Melter. Leaving a 3. That's a hit.
Oh.
And now to wound, it's a 3 because of -1 toughness. That's a wound. AP 4.
So
Go straight through, right?
that goes straight through. It took me a while to process that one.
Damage.
Oh,
5!
Oh no!
Does it blow up?
I can't even use my Just Stole dice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one side that matters. All right.
It doesn't blow up.
It doesn't
Okay.
blow up.
I need to quickly resolve.
Actually,
The miss is on the bolt and miss is on Dave.
I shouldn't have rolled there. I should have spent the CP to auto-explode.
Do it, yeah, sure. Don't have to worry about that. Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so auto
I
explode.
believe it's 2 CP for Vengeance or Revenge of the Machine Spirits.
Yes, okay. And what does it do? Is it D3 or D6?
Do
You want to quickly check?
we might have to check that.
Alright, let's quickly check and let's see what happens to this repulsor. Okay. There is no Revenge of the Machine Spirit anymore, is there?
The spat doesn't exist anymore.
Roll for the bodies inside. Helmet of Shame cast upon you. Okay, so 2 die.
No!
You get to pick, and we'll disembark. Okay, so that's the repulsor gone, and the 2, was it? Or, was it 2 or 3?
2 of the aggressors.
2 of the aggressors are now gone. Not looking good there for Mr. Agatone, is it? And pals. But Dave is victorious, and I'm pretty sure I pointed out when I got The Walking Dead, you can actually put them with engagement range, so I just wrapped it around the repulsor on the right flank, or left flank, sorry, to stop him, because I was going to try and charge here into here to try and block it off, but I thought, well, if Dave and friends can do it, then they can charge elsewhere. Isn't that great? Okay.
I really feel like that the plague is spreading.
The plague is spreading.
The plague is spreading.
The plague is spreading indeed. I'm going to fire over here now. I'm going to get this one out of the way. So everything is going from this squad into the veterans over here. I've got my dice ready. So we've got 7 sets of bolters, hitting on 3s, with 6s auto wounding, so it's 2 auto wounds so far, and take out the misses. Now we're looking for, they're actually -1 toughness now as well, because they're within 4 inches, within 6 inches,
Yes.
on turn 2, of my boys.
Then another 4 inches. I think it's 1.
1.
Is it 1, 3?
Oh, it might be.
1, 3, 6, 9?
Can you check them? Yes, it might be. You're right. Quickly check on if that's within 3 for me.
Yep. And you.
There's a measuring tape right there, sir.
Yes, there is. That is. That looks like it's within.
Already.
My very shaky tape maker has problem.
So that's 3s. So we've got. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds with the 2 auto wounds, right? Yeah, over there. So that's that many wounds, sir.
If you don't mind, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, use this dice. Take 2 out. I put another 2 in. There you go.
Sorry.
There you go. No minus here.
Oh, I don't need minuses to fill.
So that's
2 dead.
That's 2 dead. Now we're going to go with a blight launcher, which is 2 shots, hitting on that, wounding on yours took 3 now. I'm trying 6, right, with the blight launcher. So
Yes.
that's 2s.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s. That's 2 wounds at -2. That's another one down, 2 damage.
Yep.
And then finally we have a plasma that I will overcharge for funsies. That's a hit. And it's 2s. No! And it's not a plague weapon. They should make it plaguey. There's enough plague going on in that plasma.
I don't know. I don't think rerolling 1s is something plasmas need.
Okay, that's
Not when
fair
the rest of your army's rerolling 1s.
That's true, that's true. Okay, so my Biologus Putrifier actually advanced this round to get around here and out of the way of this as far as he could. Not quite within, out of the 6, I think, but within 3 of the bombardment. So he can't do anything, but we have got the Sploogie Master, the Foul Blightspawn. Now, I'm going to put that into your aggressors.
Yeah.
D6 for just the 1. That's okay. That makes you happy. Now,
You don't want to reroll that one?
he's giving me the eyes to do with the CP. No, I need that for charges. I'd rather get them stuck in over here, or potentially the Death Shroud over here for some pain. So, we're just going to do the 1, and it's not even a wound, but it is a plague weapon, so he
It's a
gets to
plague weapon.
re-roll. So that is 1 wound, -3. I think it's damage 2.
Is damage 2. That is a fail.
Lovely.
And now on 6s I ignore. Well, okay, he only takes 1 wound.
Okay, takes 1 wound there. And now, give me a second. I need to see what I'm going to shoot at next. I think I've got these guys that can be able to shoot Alrighty, we got D6 pistol flamers on these guys. So D6 each. So that's 9, 10, and 11. 3, 6, 9, and then 2 for luck. You know that famous saying, 2 for luck?
I do now.
We're wounding on 5s. And we're rerolling 1s for plague weapon. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds in total. I'm very happy with that. Into your aggressors, sir. No EP.
Alright, so 3s.
Lots of sploogeon. Oh, got 1. That's 1 aggressor down. Oof, well, that makes me happy. Bring 1 less you can bring back potentially with him. Now, let's go over to here. We've got Blightlord unit number 1. All of this is going to go into this squad right here. Now, I know, guys, he might take the sergeant at the front and then therefore make my charge smaller, but I kind of need to whittle them down anyway. Again, get into the goo that is your characters. So we've got a bunch of bolter shots. I will use my plasma, only the plasma from the champion, into that squad. So hitting on 3. Oh, 1 went down the... that's actually a hit. No rerolls here. So that's not too bad. And then we're wounding on 4s because they're not in engaging range. Although there is a cool strat that can make it with 12 with Terminus Est, which is very cool, but I don't have the CP for that right now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds so far on the old bolters. No EP.
Oh.
1 wound. Okay.
Just failing all of the regular armor saves today.
Then we got plasma for 1 hit and 1 wound.
And this was overcharged?
Oh, sorry, I didn't say it, so therefore it'll be normal.
Alright. So that was AP minus 3 normally, right? Or
I think it's 2 normally. We'll roll anyway, we'll check quickly.
Oh, it's a fail.
It's a fail either way.
So that one that took a wound is now dead?
He is, because he's only damaged 1. So, now you have to think. But now I have the splooge, don't forget.
Yep.
The Blake Spear on this unit
I will take this guy.
for 2 hits and 2 wounds. -1. They're both fine. Okay. Right. So everything is shot except for this squad over here. I'm not going to fire with the Death Shroud over on this side, just in case he will take obviously the closest body and make it my charge even harder. And it's not worth it for that extra couple of shots. Now I just need to figure out if I'm going to carry on shooting at them, or maybe go for this, finish this aggressor off, and then just try and charge the characters. So give me a second, guys. I'm going to do some math, probably call Pardo, and I'll catch you back in a second. Alright, had to think, and instead of shooting this squad, I'd rather try and charge them and get lucky with those, potentially. So I'm going to shoot this lone aggressor, so then I can charge the characters with Typhus and the gang and see if I can do some damage. So, bolter shots going into the aggressors, hitting on 3s. Oof, that's a lot of 1s.
That is a lot.
No Typhus around for the rerolls. So we're now wounding on... your toughness is -1 now, because I think... No, you're not within 3. That's you were within earlier, but not now. So wounding on... The toughness 5? Yeah, so wounding on 5. So that's 2 wounds. No AP.
Which means I'll fail them. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna silently roll dice.
We've got the Blight Launcher hitting on 3s, 2 hits, wounding on 3s for... Oh, and it's a plague weapon. Nope, just the 1 wound. -2.
-2, so 5 up.
And
sorry,
Oh,
I
sorry.
will roll to see if I ignore those 2, because I completely forgot the apothecaries though.
Ah, okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know 1. So he's got 1 wound on him so far.
Yes.
And then finally, the plasma. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to overcharge. 2 hits. 2 wounds.
And I think if it's a -3, he gets 6 ups, but
Yes.
unless I...
I'm pretty sure it's -3.
No.
This is 2d6, right? Oh no, it's 2 damage piece, so it's 4 damage. But let's see if the old apothecary can keep him alive.
Just need 3 6s.
3
No big.
6s, easy. No!
No 6s.
That's the aggressor gone, which means now everything's opened up for my charge phase coming up. Okay, here we go. Charge phase. We've got a lot of charges coming in. I'm going to start off with this stuff in the center, and we're going to start with the Death Shroud into the Mr. Agatone. Okay, do you want to Overwatch or anything?
Honestly, he's not going to do much, so no.
Okay. So this, we've measured it out. This is a 7-inch charge for them. Oh, sorry.
Actually, yes. Yes, I am going to. I was saving all of the CP. I'm sure everyone watching was like, oh, why didn't you use this strat?
Yeah.
Why didn't you do this? It's because I was saving them for the aggressors. And, well, I mean, you've all watched what happened there. So I am going to spend 2 CP to max out his flamer to 6.
Okay. And Overwatch, right?
And Overwatch, so that's 3 CP total, and then I'm going to spend another CP.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I was saving them, and now
Love it. Yeah.
there's nothing left.
This is beautiful.
For, I can't remember what the stratagem is called, but the one where 4s to wounds up to a maximum 3 do mortal wounds.
Okay. Is that a Salamanders one?
That is a Salamander. All 3 of them are Salamander strats.
Okay. Comment below what those strats are.
Yeah, because I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do it. So how many CP was that, sorry?
That was 4.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Okay.
So this is... Well, I'm not in my super doctrine yet, because it changes to tactical doctrine in my turn 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I am wounding you on 5s.
Okay.
But 4s are mortal wounds.
That makes sense.
That
Okay.
Total sense. Okay, so that's 2 mortal wounds and 1 save at -1.
Okay, so 3 up. No. And then 2 mortal wounds, so that's 1 dead.
That is 1 dead. That was my goal.
That was actually worth it. I can't do anything about those mortal wounds, right? Yeah, because Disgusting Resilience is not a thing anymore.
It is not a thing anymore.
Okay.
I did just pay 4 CP for 1 Death Shroud, though.
Worth it. Okay, now, but I do need a 7-inch charge still, so we'll see. That'll get it with an 8. So they are in. Mr. Typhus now needs a 6. He gets a 5. Do I reroll that one? I think 2 Death Shroud can take Adrex Agatone. What's his 8? He's got a 4 up and vulnerable, is he?
And a -1 damage.
And -1 damage? Oh, okay. I probably need that one to go in more than the others. That's tough. Do you know what? I might just sacrifice Death Shroud, see what happens. Because if he doesn't get in, he's still saved here. I can get him next turn. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling confident. Typhus, you shall wait. But over here we have number 1 unit going into here. Need a 9. That won't do it on a 7. And then the second unit needs a 9. They won't do it on a 5. Now, I don't mind that one so much because of all the nastiness you have going over here. But this one is quite a... I think an important one. So this is the one I'm going to save my CP for. Because if I can get onto that objective and mush those guys up, that's quite big. Even though I know there's a Leviathan to come around the corner and stomp on me.
Got a drill, ready for grinding.
Oh, he does have a drill. I have 4 vulnerable save though. I should be fine. We'll see. 9. Oh, they're in! Which is
nice.
That is fantastic, but it does mean that Typhus wasted, and these guys wasted their potential reroll. Doesn't matter. Let's get into combat. See you there in a second. Alright, we're in the fight phase proper now, and I'm going to start off with the 2 Death Shroud going into Mr. Agatone, otherwise you will spend 2 CP and maul me with your hammer.
Yes, I will.
Hammers versus scythes.
Yep. I mean, it's pretty much the only hope I've got at this point, isn't it?
Well, you never know. Now, before we begin, the Biologus Putrifier selects a unit within 6 and gives them foul infusion, which means any wounds on 6 is a mortal wound in addition to damage. So what I've actually opted for is to go with the scythe rather than the, I guess the reap, is it? Basically, I'm going for the sweep attack
instead of the slam.
Rather than the slam attack. I get a lot more hits. I get 18 attacks in total because they have 4 and 5 with the champ, and then you get 2 attacks for every 1. So therefore, lots and lots. So it makes more sense to try and get more of that with 2s.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting on 2s as well as no minus, and I'm wounding on 3 for 6 mortal wounds. So here we go. Okay, can you quickly check if he's within 6?
I don't think he is. I'll check.
I can check right here. No, he's out, I think. He's out by a hair.
Okay.
So no reroll ones. That's my bad. I should have shuffled him back a little bit more. But they are hitting on 2s. That's very lucky. Now, I need lots of 6s. How many wounds does he have?
6.
6 wounds. Okay, now I'm wounding on 3s because your toughness is down 1. I'm +1, so I'm strength 5 now. Or strength. Yeah, I'm strength 5.
Yes, so 3 is rerolling 1s.
Yes. 3s rerolling 1s. Plague weapon. Come on, 6s. 1 6. But I have 4 1s, so I still have an opportunity for more 6s. No. Okay, that is still locked. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wounds at -1, sir.
Okay, so I ignore the -1, so it's regular saves.
Okay, regular saves.
How many was that, sorry?
11. Does he have a 2 up?
He has a 3 up.
Good. I got worried for a second there. That made a terrible decision. Well, I got 1 mortal wound at least on him. That wasn't as jazzy as I planned.
Oh no.
Oh dear, how...
That would have killed him from full wounds.
Oh my word, he is gone! Before Mr. Agatone is slain, Mr. Colin is making a decision.
Right, so I've got 2 different options. I've got the Salamander strat Rise from the Ashes, which is on a 4-up at the end of the phase, so yeah, he wouldn't be able to be attacked by anything.
Nope.
You've done all your attacks anyway.
I have.
Useful in situations like that, though. On a
Of course.
4-up, he gets revived with 1 wound.
Okay.
Or I can use probably one of the strats I've used the least, Only in Death does Duty End, because Only in Death does Duty End.
And you can't use them both.
I can't use them both because they both cost 2 CP, and because of my splurging on CP before, I only have 3 left.
3. Oh dear, oh dear. What are you going to choose?
I'm going to go with Only in Death does Duty End. because
Yes!
That one is far more... No, actually, no, I'm going to...
Oh.
Rise from the Ashes has a chance to fail.
There is a chance to fail. I have 1 wound remaining, and you could heal him with your apothecary. Can I, if he's gone, for example, so he's gone now, right? The model is removed. And then effectively, can I then consolidate into the apothecary?
I would need to check the specific wording of Rise from the Ashes if I use that, but I'm going to go for Only in Death does Duty End because that's far more dramatic.
That's what the cool people would do. That's what the cool kids want. Not only this getting back up on a 4-up with 1 wound, hobbling around, he wants to take out his enemies.
Right, so just give me a minute. I just need to double check the stats on his hammer, and we'll get back in a second.
All right, 6 attacks coming in from Agrex. Here we go. Hitting on 2s?
Well, he's hitting on 2s, but the trade-off for him having such a strong hammer is that he still has a -1 to hit, so hitting on 3s.
Ah, understood.
So,
okay, so
only 1 miss. And this is strength 8, which would normally be wounding on 3s, but because of his ability, onto the anvil.
Love that.
He gets a +1 to wound because you charged him as well.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so he's wounding on 2s.
Yep.
Okay.
That is all wounded.
Is that 5?
That is 5, so
5.
5 invulnerable.
4 up invulnerable saves here. Oh, 3, and that's them dead, right? I can't do anything about it because you said it's 4 damage apiece.
So flat 4 damage, you reduce that to 3, which still kills you.
Still kills them. So that's both of those guys gone. Now I'm going to fight back. It only Nurgle duty ends. No, I can't really do that. But that's a trade-off. That's quite a big one.
I mean, I also did just spend 4 CP? No, plus 2 more. Yeah, I just spent 6 CP on this guy. And all he did was kill 3 35-point models.
Beautiful. Worth it. I love that. Now let's move over to the next group. Now you only have 1 CP, you won't be interrupting. Not that you probably would have been anyway.
No.
I'm going to go with the normal sides over here because it makes more sense to me because of the -3, 2 damage. But I am hitting on a -1 here. So we're going in, hitting on 3s. So remove the misses. So 5 missed. Basically the champion missed. For the rest of the boys, now wounded on 2s because of the minus toughness for contagion. Rerolling 1s, but we don't need to. So you can roll those if you like, sir. -3.
Oof. How many is that?
You want to roll? Okay, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8.
Oh, how much damage are they each? 2?
2 each, yeah.
I'll just roll 5 saves because I'm going to fail them all.
Oh, okay. Yes. So 2 damage, they're all dead. That holds the objective for me, and that's the end of the movement phase. End of the turn for the Death Guard, and I tell you what, I'm pretty happy with that. That went a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, it went a lot better than I expected to.
Unbelievable. So I'm holding the point here. We're going to go into Salamander's turn 3.
Turn 2.
Turn 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, turn 2. Feels like longer than that. Turn 2, coming up. End of the movement phase for the Salamanders, and the flame drill has arrived. Flame drill. We've moved up here with the Eradicators. The what's his name again?
He's Chief Apothecary.
Chief Apothecary.
I haven't yet come up with a suitably dramatic name. I will have come up with one by the end of the game.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so Chief Apothecary, dramatic name to be included soon, has moved up on the craters behind and actually healed the Eradicators on 2 wounds. The Chapter Master has jumped up to join him, and then shuffled back a little bit is the super awesome sorcerer-looking librarian. I think I called him a sorcerer in turn 1, but he kind of looks like a sorcerer. You know, the flames and the evil, sinister cloak. The Salamanders here have just shuffled to make a little defensive wall against my horde of Terminators. Flame drill. And then on the right-hand side, we've had the 2 veterans. They didn't have to take leadership, guys, anyone thought, because they leadership 9, so they couldn't fail anyway. But just in case you were wondering, they've moved up, so they've guaranteed a charge into the Poxwalker gang. Then, over here, we've had the Leviathan come around the one side to flame, shoot, and potentially destroy the Death Shroud. And then this unit of intercessors has come into 3, which means you're now holding that objective, sir.
Yep, because for a minute there I forgot that it was an objective-based game. And
not a run Poxwalkers down with your tank game.
Yeah. I bloodlusted a bit too hard.
Yes, but that's what people want to see. They want to see the bloodlust and the carnage. That's what we play Warhammer for. So, let's go into the psychic phase.
We forgot one thing.
Oh no, please!
You did not move out of my my orbital bombardment.
I know.
So both Typhus, well, I get a +1 on each of those.
Yes.
On a 6 up, they take D6 mortal wounds, but I think I also subtract 1 because they're characters.
Okay, so it's just do you want to quickly check make sure the strats right?
I will make sure that, because I'm getting them mixed up with your Blight Bombardment and my Orbital Bombardment.
Yes, because my Blight Bombardment, I still got it here, my Blight Bombardment is different to yours. It's actually better.
It's I think it's far better.
Yes. But let's check the wording so we get it right for you guys. I'm back in a second.
Okay, guys, so we just checked it, just to double check. And the Space Marine one, how it works is any units within 3 inches of the marker, I add 1 to the roll, and I subtract 1 if it's a character. So basically, the roll is the roll.
The roll is the roll.
So on a 2 to a 5, the units there, well, those 2 characters, both the Flower, Blightspawn, and Typhus, on a 2 to a 5, they take D3 mortal wounds, and on a 6, they take D6.
Woo! And then 2 to 5 on here, same thing. 2 to 5 on here, but no +1s, right?
There is no +1.
Okay.
So a 2 will fail on that character, because he's getting the -1 for being a character, but he's not getting the +1 for being within 3 inches.
Understood. Okay, and let me quickly check. Yeah, you should be out, and you are on the centre of that there. Just want to be sure. Didn't want to cheat you in case I did misplace. So let's begin with Typhus.
Typhus. So
You want
6 here.
Big 6.
That's a 2.
No.
So he takes D3 mortal.
Okay, D3 from Typhus.
1.
Just the 1. Okay. So I'll just put 1 here for the moment. I think he has 6 wounds, maybe more.
Double check.
Maybe 5 actually. I'll check in a minute. But there's one water wound there.
I'd be surprised if he only had 5.
Yeah.
He's pretty bulky.
He's a bulky boy. The bulky boys. Right, next up we have the Foul Blightspawn.
That's a 6.
Oh, D6 on the Foul Blightspawn. Will he die?
You ready for the 1?
Dun 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 2.
I was joking.
Okay, 2 wounds on him. Then
Dave and Co.
Oh, Dave and the gang. Okay.
So that's
D3.
D3.
Watch him deny it on a 6. Dave. Oh, I saw it for a second there. We'll take him.
No, not ham hands.
Oh yeah, not ham. Oh, can't take ham hands. But then,
yeah, just
ham hands needs to go into the void.
His time has come again.
Yeah, again into the void with ham hands. Now
the
Biologus Putrifier.
Oops.
That's D3.
Yep, not sure.
That's a 1. Okay.
This is the most useless orbital bombardment.
It's not as deadly, but then again, mine did loads. It's like smashed the ground,
huge
boulders coming up, flames.
It's a huge crater, and that's where the drills come from. He
Oh!
uncovered the drill.
Oh, look at that! Yes, that's why we pay you the big bucks, Carl. Look at that. Look at that for theme. Come out of the crater. The flame drill has flown in. Now, that's the end of the animal bombardment. Nothing else is within 6. A lot more could have been, but I was lucky there. I will get the wounds up and tally the correct ones going onwards. Let's quickly do the psychic phase.
Yep. So I'm going to do the Cheese Dome.
Yep.
Psychic Fortress.
Cheese Dome.
That's what I'm going to call it from now on. It's just the Cheese Dome.
The Cheese Dome. Dome of cheese. Bring the cheddar.
And that goes off.
Okay.
I get a +1 to this one, so that was an 8, so you need a 9 to deny.
Can you check if he's in 24 of your feather?
Yes.
Because I can deny 2 then, so I might as well try. So I know he's in.
He is in, and he is also within 24.
Okay, so let's try. They're both the same, so try with 1. Nope, that didn't do it. With a 4. So Cheese Dome is activated.
Okay, second one is going to be Smite, might as well be.
Okay.
And he cannot see the Poxwalker, so it will be against this Blightlord.
Understood. Smite time.
That is an 8, 9.
Come on, Typhus. That is a 6. So that's a no good. So D3 mortal wounds. For the big 3, that takes out a whole Terminator, and we'll take this guy. Dear, oh dear. Okay, so any more psychic? That's it, right?
No, Chief Librarian, he gets to cast 1 extra and deny 1 extra, so
I did not know that. Okay,
use
so
his third one to cast Burning Hands on himself.
just in case.
Just in case you get a charge off next turn. And
That makes sense. Burning Hands time.
okay, so this goes off on a 6, I believe it is.
Okay.
But he has a +2. 1 for Psychic Mastery and another one for Tome of Velcona, which is what lets him mix the 2 disciplines, in case anyone's...
Okay, you said a lot of words there. I don't know what that means. Let's roll some dice.
So
He
that
gets it.
goes off.
Your Vulcan tomes and your whatnot shenanigans.
Velcona, please.
Velcona.
Chief Librarian Velcona, he's got his own tome.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. Well done on the tome. Shooting time. Coming up. This is why you play Infinity now, isn't it? Isn't it?
Right, so because the more vigilant observant viewers would have remembered what the Chief Librarian has, would remember that he has Null Zone.
Yes.
So I should have done a little suicide charge here, moved him up, cast Null Zone, taken away their invulns, and then melted them to death because I've got the +1 to wound on them as well. But I am not a smart man.
I'm sure you'll do well in Infinity. What are we shooting with next?
So I'm shooting absolutely everything from the Leviathan into the Death Shroud, which is the Melter Gun from the Drill, the 3 Hunter Killers, the 2 Heavy Flamers, and the Storm Cannon Array.
Okay, kicking off the shooting phase, we have the Leviathan. Let's go. What are we starting with?
So starting with the 3 Hunter Killers.
Okay, hitting on 3s. All hits.
They are strength 10, so wounding on 2s.
Wounding on 2s, yes.
Not often you wound Death Guard on 2s.
That's very true. Wounding on 2s.
There's
always a 1. So that's 2 wounds. 4 if vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm not going to...
No, you're not going to?
No, I'm not going to CPU reroll
Okay.
that.
4 ups. So 1 goes through. I'm going to keep my CP.
So D6 -1 damage.
Yes.
I need a 4.
Come on.
Yes!
That's 1 down. Okay, so I'll take 1 over there. Now carry on with the rest of the flamers.
Yep,
2d6.
so 2d6 shots.
That's 8.
8. Oh god.
And this is wounding on 4s. Because it's strength 5, right? Flamer, I'm toughness 5.
Yes, and I get a +1 to wound because it's now my Super Doctrine.
Okay, cool.
So I am wounding on
4s.
4.
3s.
3s. Yeah, we just went over
I
this.
can do maths. What, you thinking about something?
I'm thinking about a little more than something. I'm going to spend another CP, the one I just got back this turn.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Fires of Battle. I remembered what it was called. I definitely didn't look it up. That's the one that every 4+ to wound up to a maximum of 3 does a mortal wound.
Okay.
So, 3s. And I didn't even do the 3 mortal wounds.
Wow, you did 1 there, right?
Yeah, I did 2, but it's okay.
Okay, so
I don't even really have that much to say. So that's 2 mortal wounds and 2 saves at -1.
2 mortal wounds? Oh, okay.
1 mortal wound, sorry.
Yeah. And then 2 saves.
2 saves, yes.
Okay, so 3 ups. So that's 2 wounds down on the second one, leaving him with 1 wound remaining. Would you mind putting that?
I would.
That was a great CP spent, Carl.
Yep.
Love that.
So far, all my CP spending has been on point. Might as well now. There's the Melter Gun.
Melter time. That's a hit.
And
Melter. That's
it's
a wound. 4 up invulnerable. Yes.
Oh.
They're okay.
And Storm Cannon Array, speeding things up a bit. That is all but one hit.
Yep, and now you need
Threes to wound. That is...
A lot of misses again.
That is 3 saves at minus...
-1. So, that's 2 damage. That kills the other one. One takes a wound.
Yep, so
just a champ left on 2 wounds. Take the other 2 off for me. Into the void you go. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. Alright, carrying on the shooting phase, we've got the 4 intercessors here firing into
the
Poxwalkers.
Poxwalkers.
Okay. So hit on 3s.
Okay, so that is an equally bad roll as I've been getting all game.
Rolling like me. Okay.
Did you pass your curse on to me when you made me quit Salamanders, or...?
Maybe. maybe.
Right, so wounding on 4s. Wow.
1 wound.
At -2.
Doesn't matter.
Oh,
6.
Does not matter.
No. So 1 Poxwalker down. If I take him out, this is going to be grim now. Is the flamer still in range with your drill? No. I'm sorry, but I have to take him anyway.
What was it just that the sound of resignation in my voice that did it for you?
Many things. I'm actually quite an evil person as well, so...
Yeah, that's more than 12 inches.
That's the end of those flamers. They can fire here.
Yes, they can.
So they will, but...
I've got backup choices.
You've got backup choices, of course.
Right, okay. The 5 bolt rifles from here can see the Poxwalkers through the gap that I left there.
Through the gap here, into
the
Poxwalkers.
That's 5 shots, again, hitting on 3s.
Okay, 1 hit.
Incredible. Truly incredible. And the worst part is I measured before, and they are just out of 6 inches from the chapter master, so they couldn't reroll their hits anyway. So, right, so that's 1 hit. 4 to wound. That wounds
6. No, insult to injury, but that's him gone. It does mean that you can't fire a Typhus like you wanted to with the. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. Well. Salt into the wound. He needs 1 more guys to die through. He can target Typhus with all of this lovely melter nonsense. But there are 3, so therefore he cannot do it.
Right, so I am going to shoot the melter cutter into that, the Biologus Putrifier.
Of course.
And then the 2 heavy flamers are going to go into the Plaguecaster.
Oh, you could fire. What's the range of the melter cutter?
12.
Oh, so we can't. I thought then, but a glimmer of hope.
Everything is 12.
Distinguished. Okay, so into him, not a problem, and then flame is here. So let's start with
the melter cutter.
Okay.
So 3s.
Ouch.
1 miss. And 3s again.
Yeah.
3s. No, 2s. +1 to wound. Oh. These are -4, I believe. Melter guns are.
Straight through. I have no invulnerable save, as far as I'm aware on that guy.
No, he doesn't.
No.
So.
He's very dead.
He's
even
extremely
with
dead.
3 wounds remaining, doesn't matter what, he is kaput.
That is a 12 wounds.
Biologus Putrifier, in he goes to the void. Next up,
the heavy flamers. That is
nice.
9.
Respectable 9.
That's 3, 9. These are wounding on 3s again.
Okay.
So 5, 5, so 4s +1, 3s.
Okay, 3s.
That is.
That's quite a lot, actually. Wow. That's
the flamers like me again.
7.
That was 7, yes.
There goes number minus on these.
-1.
Okay, so 4 up saves. 4 Death Guard. Plague Marines. I keep calling them Death Guard when Pardo calls them Death Guard as well, rather than the Plague Marines. So 1 drops and 1 is on 1 wound. So I'll take 1, and I'll take this guy, and then this guy will be on a wound. There we go. Okay. Do you want to have a little think what we're shooting next?
I will need to have it all think because my entire plan was derailed by
Dave.
Only 1 bolter shot.
By Dave.
Yeah, it was Dave. It was Dave again.
Alright, carrying on the shooting phase now. These 2 veterans are going to fire everything into the Poxwalkers. So how many shots do we have?
That's 3 shots each.
Okay.
Yeah, 3s. Of course.
Of course, 50%. You definitely have my curse, it seems. Yeah. And now 4s to wound, because they are toughness 4. Right. Is that 1?
1 wound at -1.
Oh, I saw the 6 for a second there. But no. So there you go. So one Poxwalker down. Now let's move over here. We have, I think all that's left is...
The Eradicators.
The Eradicators,
Yep,
yes.
the Eradicators are going to go for absolute eradication, their rulers. Basically, they're going to fire all the shots at this, so they get to fire twice.
Love it, okay.
One thing that that I am ashamed to have missed
Yes.
at least once in this shooting phase is my Salamander's reroll of a wound, but bygones are bygones.
Fair enough.
So I am going to roll each set of 3 separately because I get a free wound reroll on each one.
Oh, okay.
Because they are firing 2 times, so they get a reroll each time they shoot.
Oh, nice.
That was
okay.
cleared up in an FAQ.
Okay, understood. And you have -2 AP on here because of my Rotwind weapons.
But I have a +1 AP because of Assault Doctrine.
Okay.
Sorry, Tactical Doctrine.
Okay.
So they are -3.
Okay.
So you get your invul either way.
I invul either way. Actually, it doesn't matter either way. Exactly.
So these are hitting on 3s, full rerolls.
Okay.
I love how when I have the full rerolls, I barely need them.
Yes, always.
And these are wounding on 2s.
Okay.
Oof.
Wow.
I'll reroll 1 of each. Oof.
Okay, so 3.
3 4-up invulnerables.
3, 4 up in bones. Made 1, 2 go through. Damage?
I will double check if they're in half. No, they're not in half range.
Okay.
Not at that angle. So how many went through?
2, sir.
So the first one is 1 damage. And the second one is, I can already see what's coming.
Come on.
The second one is 1 damage.
There it is. 2 wounds. 2 wounds done from the Eradicators.
The worst part is, that is not the first time they've done that.
Yep.
I was firing against, it was aggressors once with them.
Yep.
And pretty much the exact same thing happened, except they didn't even have an invul. They didn't have an invul to protect them, and I still rolled 2 1s.
Love that.
Damage.
You gotta love, guys. You gotta love when you discuss your resilient. I think it's things like that. Clutch moments. Right, charge time. There are 2 charges on this side of the field. So the Leviathan, I don't think you can fail, but let's roll it anyway because it gets level 1 or something. Nope, 7 will do it.
That does make it in. He needed a 6.
That's probably 1 squish to Death Shroud, and then the veterans they can't fail, so you can just push them in.
Yeah.
In they go.
There's none of this wraparound nonsense because there's nowhere for them to go.
Nowhere for them to go. Okay, so anything? No one else charging, right?
Yes, the drill is charging into the Plate Marines. I
Okay.
will need a 9 here because he was 9 inches away from them.
Of course, I won't Overwatch, so it's all yours. Big 9. No.
Oh, I'm CP rerolling that.
Okay.
Down to 1 CP.
Down to 1 CP?
No.
No, down to 0
Down
CP.
to 0 CP.
No.
Of course.
Of course. The Flame Drill has done nothing, but we shall get back to some fighting coming up next. Alright, starting off the attacks, we have the Leviathan now, chopping up my Lonely Death Shroud with 2 wounds left.
Well, attempting to chop up.
Yes, we never know.
Right, so he's got 5 attacks. 4
Yes.
plus 1 for the charge.
Hitting on 3s.
3s, of course.
Missed 1, okay, so 4 go through.
And now he is wounding on 2s.
Okay, wounding on 2s. 4
Hey.
wounds, this is not looking good. Saved 2 of them, 2 go through.
So it's 2d6 damage each
Okay.
one. So you ready for the double 1, which is now going to be reduced to 1?
I think he's got 2 wounds left anyway, so he's very...
Oh, yeah.
But he was dead anyway, so that's the Death Shroud gone there. Bit of a blow for me on this flank. Now we have the 2 veterans. I'm probably going to polish off the Poxwalkers on this flank as well.
I mean, you still got the blob of 10 back there, so it's not all bad.
That's not all bad. I'm doing pretty well on this flank. I'm quite happy overall. But I'm losing this side, and it could cost me later on. So lots of attacks.
Yep, so we've got 5 from the Sergeant with the Thunderhammer. These are in green, and 4 from the regular veteran that doesn't have a weapon. Well, special weapon.
Yep.
These are in grey.
Okay.
So the greys are hitting on 3s, the others are hitting on 4s.
Okay. So
Wow.
the champion missed a lot.
Yep.
So then the hammer. Let's do the hammer.
Yep. The hammer is wounding on a 2. Well,
Okay.
at least it wounds.
Damage.
It's damage 3.
Damage 3. Okay. There's 1 Poxwalker squished.
And these are also wounding on 4s. 1 wound.
No. So 2 Poxwalkers are dead. Which means I can fight back.
Yep.
So I've got 2 attacks each. Hitting on 4s. Ooh. Wounding on 3s, because I'm strength 3. I was thinking if I have Titus
Strength
around.
3, yes.
So it's 4s. 4s, just the 1 wound. Minus 6 CP.
And that is...
That is fine. They are totally fine. But they are mindless, they don't care about morale, which means I'm still holding that objective.
Yes, you are.
I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, I would have thought that 9 attacks, including 5 from a Thunderhammer, would have been enough to kill some zombies. But
Oh, I shouldn't rub it in, feel bad, but
I'm happy either way. Either way, I win.
either way you win.
Either way, I win.
This is Colin Hammer.
Yes.
So that's in your turn, right?
I believe so.
Okay, so we'll count up the points and we'll get to my turn 3 coming up. Alrighty, into the movement phase here for the Death Guard turn 3. We've pulled out of combat here with 3 little Gribblies, and then these again, this Legion of Plague Marines has stayed stationary. Looks like they're kind of marching forwards, but they stay stationary, so we can just shoot there and we're still holding the objective. Then on this side, we've pushed forward with the Plague Marines. I was considering trying to get a screen going here, but I think that in actuality, if Typhus runs up that way, then I think he'll be safe enough from the drill of death. The wounded foul Blightspawn, he has moved this way and advancing onto his objective, so I can move off with these guys. I didn't want him to get assassinate points more, and he can hold the objective there for a little bit. Unfortunately, he can't use his flamer, but that's okay because we have the brick of Terminators that are flooding this side of the board, and then the 3 Dave and friends I've shuffled against there to try and stop any kind of shooting. They're probably dead next turn, but they're still holding that objective. And in terms of command phase stuff, there was nothing in range for his Shamble Rot. No, Shamble Rot's for the movement, nothing in range of his Destroyer Hive in command phase. But the Tallyman needs to give me another CP, which he does. So I go up to 3. Isn't that lovely? 3 CP there. And I'm actually going... Oh, do I actually do that? I might spread the sickness there, you know. But I could potentially lose all 3 of them. Do you know what? In that case, I'll just do it on a 4-up. Because I don't want to lose all 3 because they are holding the objective for me.
I think it's worth
I think it's... No, I don't think... I think a 4-up will do. There you go. I'll get that. So that is now sickness-id. I'll spread the sickness onto that objective, meaning another 3 points for me. At the end, the score is looking pretty rough at the moment for you, sir.
Yep.
I'll quickly get it on my phone.
I have yet to break into double digits.
It's 39 to 8. 39 to 8 currently. I am counting the sleeping sickness. Sleeping sickness. I'll tell you, Sleeping Sickness is an album, I believe, by City and Colour. So if anyone's interested in some chill vibes, right. City and Colour, check it out. But maybe a song. But anyway. Spreading the sickness. I've now got 3. You meant to count at the end, but
you can't unspread the sickness, so you might as well count it straight away.
Exactly. As far as I'm aware anyway. Let us know, guys, if we are incorrect in that. But we're pretty certain that you can't. Yeah. There's nothing says anywhere else. So yeah. So that is contaminated. Now let's go into some psychic phase. We're going to start here, and we're going to do the noxious gas goodness right here, which is a 6 to cast. We're going to do it on this unit, which will affect these 2 right here. That goes off. Finally, would you like to deny?
I would very much like to deny.
Okay.
That does not deny.
That does not deny. So there's 1 mortal wound on them, and then 1 on each of those guys right there. Now, he will then go into a smite, which he will do here. And that goes off on a 10. Would you like to deny, sir?
I would like to try.
Because don't forget, I've got Typhus as well.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Well, it's up to you.
Nah, he'll eat the D3.
Okay, he'll eat the D3. Understood. Then, in that case, then what we will do is let's check with Rotwind. Actually, let me check the wording of Rotwind. So start next fight. Each time a model makes an attack, reduce the armor penetration. Because I'm thinking, no, you've only got the melters really on there as a problem, right? Everything else is. It just minus. It basically takes 2 AP off, and I'm wondering, doesn't it say you can't put it on that which is a unit? So
does it affect all of the unit's weapons?
Yeah, it says each time a model in that unit makes an attack, reduce the armor penetration by 2.
Yeah, it would affect the drill as well.
So I'm going to try and do it on that, because everything else is kind of null and void. They're Yeah, I'm going to draw the drill. I get it with a 7. Exactly what we need.
I will try to deny that one.
Yes. Need an 8.
Nope.
Well, you need a 7 with +1, but that does not do it. And then finally...
That's me done for denies.
Okay, and now he is going to smite into the closest unit, which I think is probably them.
Yes, it is.
Okay. He needed a 6 because of the other smite, so that's a no there. Okay, that's the psychic phase done. Let's get into shooting phase. Starting off the shooting phase, a hail of bolt storm. We're going to go everything into these 2 veterans to get rid of them off that point, which I still hold, but it'd be nice if you weren't there anymore. Starting off with the bolters, hitting on 3s. 6s are automatically wounded because of the sigil, so I'll take away those. And now you are toughness 3 because of the foxwalkers, so 3s to wound, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds, same as last time.
Yep, shoulders.
No minus. That's 1 dead and 1 on 1 wound, and then we have the plasma. I will he's got 1 wound left, so I won't overcharge. And I missed. And then finally the blight launcher from that squad. 2 hits and 2 wounds, -2.
And he's dead. Only just.
Only just though, but we got him. So that's the sergeant. Is it sergeant? Yeah.
Yes, he is a veteran sergeant.
He was a
veteran sergeant.
Alrighty, so then we'll go over to this side of the board. I've got this all readied out. We're going to put this squad first into here. I could do it all together, but Typhus is within 6 here, but not within 6 of that unit. So this squad's rerolling 1s. We're going to fire everything into the Eradicators. So starting off with the bolters, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, luckily. Excellent. I don't get the 6s automatically hit. That would be nice. Automatically wound, sorry. But you are now in contagion range of him, I believe, on turn 3. So we're now looking at 4s, because you're toughness 4 now, which makes 3 wounds, no minus.
No pressure.
Totally fine.
Wow.
Okay, then we have the plasma, which is in plasma range. I didn't say I was going to overcharge, but I reroll 1s anyway. It's a miss. And then 1 wound.
That definitely fails.
But only 1 damage, because I didn't say. And then finally in that unit we have the splooge for 1 every time. And strength 5, so yeah, 1 wound, because you are toughness 4 right now.
So ignore the -1, that saves.
Okay.
And I will roll the feel no pain there because I forgot.
Yes, oh, we also did the feel of pains off camera for these mortal wounds, guys.
I failed every single one.
You failed them all, yeah.
All of them. And I failed that one too.
Okay, so there's shot. Now we're going to go into this smaller squad. We're going to put everything into them as well. So we've got bolters, 3 hits, and 1 wound. No wounds because it is 4. And then we've got the plasma. I didn't say again, because I didn't say as been playing. It's just a miss there. 1 hit and 1 wound.
And that is
fine again.
Save.
And then finally the blight launchers. 1 miss, 1 wound though.
And that is another save.
Oh wow, these guys are doing very, very well. Let me gather some dice and check some ranges on these guys because I think I'm going to fire everything into there. Alrighty, so I've got my shots ready. I've got the bolters, I've got my splooge, and I'm just thinking for the last one, the melter shot. Do I put it into here and get more value, or do I put it into here and potentially kill one of them flat out? It's tough. I think
I know which one I would do.
go for the Eradicators.
I'm not telling you.
Oh. Okay, so I'm going to put it into the drill. Just because I'm going to charge the drill anyway and try to tie it up, and if I can get some wounds down on it, we'll knock it a bracket, you know. I'm not really scared of these guys so much. Well, maybe I should be, but comment below, what would you do, guys? So I've done it now, what would you do? I've said I'm going to fire the drill.
Oh, I had no idea what I would have done, so I was just trying to pressure you.
One of those games, eh? Okay, so everything else going into the Eradicators, hitting on 2s, sorry, because the Tallyman at the start of the command phase gave them the +1 hit. So, hitting on 2s, No rerolls, lots of ones.
Hey, well, like me now.
Yeah, we got 3 6s. So that's 3 wounds automatically. And then we wound it on 4s here. So another 3. So 6 wounds in total on the bolters. No AP.
Okay. These are on the eradicators?
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Okay. So that's 1 eradicator popped.
And another one lost a wound.
Another one. Really?
Okay. Hang on. Sorry, 1 second. Always forget about this. The 2 6-ups.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't. I failed 2 saves there.
Yes. Oh, I thought he only had... How many wounds did he have left?
He had 1 wound left.
Oh, okay. I thought he had 2. Now for the splooge, D6. Ooh, 5. Okay. Now this is wounding on 3s because you are -1 toughness. For 4 wounds. -1.
Ignore the -1, so regular saves.
Oh, okay, yep, regular saves. That's another 1 wound down.
6, I ignore, I do not ignore.
So it takes another wound there. And now the melter into this guy. Okay. Well, that doesn't matter. All that nonsense.
The mind games, they worked.
The dice gods are fickle, indeed.
They are.
Now, also I was thinking, guys, I should have done the accelerated entropy and crushed one of those. But I did a smite, but I failed anyway. So it didn't actually matter because either way I would have failed. But yeah, I forgot accelerated entropy. I don't know why. I kept thinking he had Lungrot, but it's him that has Lungrot. Anyway, it was a whole heap of mess. But the point is, I failed my psychic power, so it didn't matter.
And one of them died anyway.
And one of them died anyway.
So
the gods are happy. Well, Nurgle's happy. The other gods aren't as keen. Well, they might be. I mean, the Imperium dying. Yeah. But they want to be the ones destroying it. Anyway, shooting phase is done. Charge phase time. We're going to go with Typhus into that squad. I can't get them. Or can I if I get to here? That's interesting.
5 inches vertically.
It's 5 inches vertically and within an inch. Because I was thinking this side, oh, these guys can't get him.
If you can get to that point, you will be within engagement range.
Okay, we'll measure that one in a moment. We're going to actually start off with these guys are going to charge the drill. I know I'll lose some bodies, but at the end of the day, yeah, exactly.
You've got to break some eggs to make an omelette.
Oh, I like that. So, that'll do it on an 8. So we'll get those guys in. Let me have a little think about Mr. Typhus here and what I need to do. Okay, so I've moved those guys in, had a little think, and checked. And we just took this barrels off the way because it's just foliage. But from here to here, it's a, what do we say, 6
inch, yeah.
6 inch charge to get within an inch, which I will do on him because that'll be absolutely delicious. So, 5. Just twice now he's failed his charge.
That is twice.
Okay, re-rolling here. That's a 7, that'll do it. That's Nurgle's number. But he made me work for it. He really did. Now over here, we have 2 charges. They're both 3 inch charges for both squads into the... oh, sorry, do you want to Overwatch? Oh, you have no CP. That wasn't that wasn't intentional. I was just being a nice guy, but I clocked you. You didn't have any CP, so I made it worse. First one is definitely in, and second one is definitely in. So we'll move all these guys in, and we'll get to fighting coming up. All right, starting off the fight phase, we're going to go with Typhus and his 6 attacks. I'm going to use the nasty one because it's 3 damage, and I'll just clean through you guys. But I'm hitting on 3s for -1. No rerolls. And then I am wounding on 3s because I'm strength 7, and you are toughness 4 right now. That's -3 damage each. It's 5, sorry.
Ouch.
Indeed.
Owie.
Mr. Typhus does not mess around. Okay, so they are very, very dead.
It's 4 gone through. So 3 damage each?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so first one?
Yep.
I remember it this time. Takes 2 damage.
Okay.
So second one?
Yep.
Dies.
Okay.
Third one?
Takes
2 damage.
You need to get
triple 6.
Triple 6. Oh
no!
I saw a 6 for a second there.
Yeah.
But that is the Eradicator's gone. Now, moving on. I'll let you collect. Yep. Take your dead into the void. Into the void. And now we shall go into this squad. We'll start with the flail because the flail is fun.
The flail of fun.
Flail of fun.
Not flail of corruption.
Okay. We're hitting on 3s.
Yep.
No 1s to reroll. You're out in 6 at Typhus.
wounds.
Wounding on 2s. That is 5 wounds because I missed one.
And I believe these are -2.
I think so, and they don't spill over anymore.
No, they don't.
Which is all.
Because, well, I mean, like, spilling over it's spilling over on top of the damage to weapon is just too much, so of course you can only let Space Marines have them. And, yeah.
Okay, so that's
so
3 dead. And then we have Bile Swords. For 3 Bile Swords going in, hitting on rerolling 1s. Nope. And ooh, lots and lots of wounds. I'll reroll that one because it's cocked. That's another wound as well, because you're toughness 3 at the moment.
Yeah, they're all dead.
That's the squad. I have a whole other rack as well, including another flail. So mainly just rolling that so Colin feels nice about himself.
Is it working yet?
Let me work out the attacks here, guys, and we'll finish off with the drill. Alrighty, I've got my attacks ready. Now, I was going to think about spending CP and stuff because I'm still getting +1. I just read again to check from the Tallyman until the next command phase. So
It's better than I realized.
right, they're hitting on 2s as well in combat. But yeah, I'm not going to spend any CP because I've got 2 left, and I probably need that for any kind of boxwalk shenanigans, perhaps. Rerolling 1s because we are within 6 of Typhus and we are core. Okay, 2 1s again. They were not meant to be. And now we are wounding because I'm -1 toughness on 5s instead of 6s.
I'm down to toughness 7, yeah.
Woohoo! And rerolling 1s with plague weapons. Okay, so that actually would have. Look, if I had used strats and whatnot, would have made very little difference. Actually, would have made no difference. So lucky I didn't. I was thinking like eternal hatred and stuff, guys.
The Putrifier would have come in very handy there. That would have been 3 extra wounds.
Ah, yeah.
3 more wounds.
True.
So no minus on these?
No, -1 on the plague knives, right?
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Alright. Oh, which I ignore and fail anyway.
Ignore
No.
and fail, but it's we only
I
failed
fail
1.
one. I pass 4.
Nice, fair enough. So that's just 1 wound down, and now you get to fight back, sir,
Yes, I do.
with your mighty.
3 attacks. 4 attacks because you charged me.
Yes.
It's all about that extra attack.
Well, that extra attack.
Alright, so I believe this is hitting on 4s, yes?
Yes.
Would you like a weapon skill 4?
Ooh, 2
Of
hits.
course. And these are... I can't remember the strength, but I'm
It's
wounding on
ridiculous.
2s.
Yeah.
Yes. This thing's meant to take down, like, titans.
Yeah, so the thing's like 16 of them, stupid. It's crazy.
Okay, so...
So that's 2.
do you want me to roll that one
No,
again?
no, that's fine. So damage is
Even with the -2, with the 2 AP reduction that you gave me, I believe it is still AP -3.
okay. So 6s.
That's definitely a fairly good.
Definitely failure.
It's a D3 plus 3 damage.
Oh, so-
so
He's on 1 wound anyway, so he goes straight through.
And another one
another
does.
one goes in splats. But that's okay. We don't mind that. Doesn't affect our morale. And I'm going to consolidate forward probably a couple inches on those guys.
okay.
And that's that. That's the end of my turn 3. Let's go into turn 3 for Salamanders and see if we can do anything.
Not much for me to do.
Alrighty, so end of the movement phase. Not a lot really going on for the Salamanders. The characters have jumped up onto the crates in a defiant fight against Typhus. The Leviathan has moved around the corner, and I actually get a bead on Dave and the Poxwalkers. Thing is,
Yeah, at this point it's purely vendetta. And grind them down points, but mainly vendetta.
mainly Vendetta. Okay, so that's it in movement. They've stayed put so they can hold the objective there. So let's just go on to Psychic.
Yep. So as you can see, these guys have moved up. You got pretty much half the chapter command. You got the chapter master, chief librarian, and chief apothecary up there, all going for Typhus. Yeah. So I'm gonna start by casting. I may live to regret this. Null Zone.
Null Zone! Yes.
Because Null Zone, if I'm reading the wording correctly, gets rid of my invulnerable saves too.
I believe so. Yes.
It does, yeah. So I'm just gonna make sure I space those 2 apart. Okay, so yeah, this costs on 6 or a 7. I'll see what I get. I mean, it definitely doesn't cost on that.
Doesn't cast on that.
I am going to CP reroll that.
Down to 1. You did
So-
get
Sorry
one
to
back.
mention, guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 things that I did in the command phase. Chapter Master gave himself full rerolls, and I
Lovely.
did manage to get a CP back by rolling a 6 on the Adept of the Codex.
Fantastic.
Trait. So, rerolling that null zone.
That's a
Into
1. and-
what is most likely another fail, but I think we're going to have to check that.
Let's check. We checked, and with the +1 you get it off as a 7.
Yep, it's a 7 to cast, and that gave me a 7.
But I'm going to crush it. 7.
Ah!
Damn, so close. Okay, so null zone is active. What
Yep.
are we doing next?
So next, I'm just going to do simple smites. This will go into those Plague Marines there.
Okay.
That is
goes
a
off.
9-10, not quite a super smite.
No.
So D3
D3.
mortal wounds. 3.
3. Okay, so that's 1 gone and 1 on 1 wound. I'll just put it on the one on the far corner.
And for his last trick, he's going to cast the only one that he hasn't cast yet this game, Might of Heroes.
Okay, my
He's
heroes.
going to go onto himself.
Lovely. My heroes onto himself.
And that is definitely a cast. It's a 9.
Failed with an 8. Not bad attempts though.
Identical roll.
Yeah. Okay, so that's in the psychic phase, that's in the movement phase, there's a little bit of shooting. We'll catch you guys for that next. Starting off the shooting phase, we have the Storm Cannon coming in, nothing else is in range. So Storm Cannon time into Dave and the 2 Poxwalkers.
Yeah, because unfortunately, they are blocking the shots to Cyphers.
Ah, fantastic, they are
And
indeed.
the crates are blocking the shots to that. And it's just that, like we said earlier, there is a lot of obscuring on this
Yes.
table. It doesn't look like it when you're standing above it,
No,
but when
but
you
it's
actually
crazy.
get down to the model level,
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
Right.
Right, so 3s,
Okay, so we've got
half.
half. Okay, and then now you need 3s, 3s again because that's up as 4.
So
3. Okay, I need a 6 here to keep Dave alive. No, that's Dave gone. Dave is gone for now.
finally.
For now.
Oh,
All right, carrying on, we've got the pistols and whatnot from the cadre of characters.
Okay, so the 3 shots from the Boltstorm Gauntlet
Yes,
are going into Typhus because he can shoot him. He's the closest.
indeed.
So this is hitting on 2s. Oh, and I get to reroll those.
Yeah, because you're Chapter Master. Okay.
Well, I gave
You
gave
them
myself.
rerolls, yeah.
So now I'm wounding on 5s. Oh,
2.
2, no minus.
Oh, okay. 2 ups. Ooh. I think I will re-roll this. So down to 1 CP because I need to keep all his wounds alive when you charge him. Yeah. So he's okay.
I saw the 1 for a second there on the side of the dice. I was just like,
Just in case. Okay, and then finally the librarian from that game.
Librarian can't shoot at anything.
Oh, I see. Because he...
Actually, the Librarian can see that Terminator back there.
Okay,
So he's going to shoot
him.
there. It hits. It wounds.
Ooh, minus.
No minus.
So 5.
It doesn't
So
matter.
6.
And
Alrighty.
this one shooting his Absolverbot pistol as well.
Okay.
That one hits, and that doesn't wound. It's strength 5.
Okay. And the
That's
flame drill
it.
can fire its because it's a
It
vehicle.
can now,
Yeah.
yes. I keep forgetting about that. I was thinking about the Salamander Strat, but that lets
Yeah.
flame weapons be fired into combat, but obviously vehicle. It's probably one of the best editions of 9th edition.
Alright, so 2d6 flamers,
6.
6 such hits, auto hitting, going in. This is
This wounding on 3s, it would be,
because you get.
because I'm still in my Super Doctrine.
Okay,
So that would be 4 saves at -1.
4 saves, 4 ups.
Wow.
Wow, sorry about that. Okay. That is brutal.
Melter Cutter? The Terax Melter Cutter.
Yes, there's a -1 now on this because you're shooting in combat.
Yes, there is. Oh,
doesn't
not
ma-
that it makes a difference.
No, it's 3s, right? Yeah, it's 3s.
It
and
is
4s in
3s,
combat,
yes. Yeah.
And then
Both
2,
wound. Both go
straight through.
Does the AP penalty still apply to me? Is it until your next psychic phase?
Yes.
Okay, so these are at AP -2.
Okay. I think -2. Did we miss any on the flamer? Doesn't matter. 1 goes through. Damage a lot. I've got 1 on 1 wound anyway. So I'll just pluck him. There we go. Okay, so that's all you're shooting. Oh no, you got some bolters.
The bolters can't really fire at anything.
I see, because they're holding that objective. They did
Yeah.
get you the 10 points, of course.
I chose not to move them there because if they move there and I can shoot you, that means that you can also shoot me. And that means that they're already dead. So,
yes.
they've stayed there.
Indeed, they did. Okay, so it's just charges now. Do you want to quickly do that?
Yes, I'll just announce what I'm going to do.
Yep.
So, everyone's charging Typhus.
Everyone's charging Typhus, okay.
That's it.
Now, you might... Because you can't get within engagement range, as far as I'm aware, without charging them as well.
Yeah, so I'm going to announce a charge from the Librarian onto the Plague Marines as well.
Yes.
It's not my intention to actually get them in there.
No.
But it's just so that I can move in engagement range to be able to get around the other side of Typhus, so I can keep them far apart so Null Zone doesn't take his invulnerable save away.
Okay.
Tactics.
Oh, why am I rolling? You need to roll.
Yes. Okay, so for this guy, all I need to do is actually get him up there.
Yes, exactly.
Because that's engagement range. And
that's
that
a
was
four.
so close to failing, but it's just 2 inches up.
There you go. That'll do it. And then...
the Librarian needs a... So it's down, and that would be... I need about 7 to get to the other side of Typhus.
Okay, 7 for the side of Typhus.
And that's a 10.
So you go straight through, you can cut through both engagement range.
All the way down there.
So, Pain coming against Typhus. Any more charges? That's it?
Yeah, the Apothecary's going into.
Oh, okay. You have to charge both as well then? Or can he go shuffling?
He might be able to shuffle right down there.
Okay.
For completion's sake or whatever. No, that was the wrong way of phrasing it. I'll announce against both of them just to keep myself covered. And I think
that'll do with a 9 exactly. You can tuck him in there.
Yeah, he's not in engagement range there.
Alrighty, so there we go. Let's get some attacks ready and see if Typhus can weather the storm. Alright, fight phase time. I have no CP to interrupt here, so here we go. We're going to start with the Librarian.
Right, the Librarian, I am going to spend my last CP on Strength of the Primarch. What that does is every unmodified 6 to wound doubles the damage characteristic of the attack. So I'll roll the D3 for the Force Sword and then just double it.
Okay.
And then obviously you get your reduction.
Yes, okay.
-1.
Okay.
So, yeah, he gets 5 attacks on the charge. These are hitting on 3s. Already not looking good.
Okay, so 3 hits so far.
Yep. And, Strength 5, Toughness 5, so 4s.
4s.
And 1 unmodified 6.
Okay. So...
you have to roll them separately because one is doubled and one isn't.
Okay, so the first, what's the saves?
Oh, it's AP -3, so
5 ups. So first one? Nope.
Which?
Oh, let's say that's the bad one.
Okay, that's a double.
Okay, and then, because I didn't declare, nope, so they both fail, doesn't matter either way.
Okay, so this one is going to be the double one?
Yep.
So, that's 6.
6, it's doubled, down to 5, that's him gone, right?
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Honestly, that was a bit anticlimactic.
Wow, he just straight away got splattered by the Librarian. Well, actually didn't die. Do you know what? He went back up to Terminus Est. They just
beamed him back up.
Exactly. Get me out of here. But yeah, that was brutal. I mean, even with the other roll, and then on top of your Chapter Master and everything else, he was splat because of that Null Zone. It was nasty.
Yeah, this is the first time I've used Null Zone since they tweaked it a bit from 8th edition. It's actually stronger now. It's shorter range, but it's got 2 effects as well.
Yeah.
Which didn't come into play, but... Hey.
Okay. Let's go. I get to fight now.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8 attacks. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, I forgot to do my Power Fist last time. I'll quickly... from the other guy. I'll quickly do that. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s because Typhus was alive then. And wounding on 1 wound. -2. Was it -2? Yeah, 2 damage.
That goes through.
There you go. So, now, let's do the blades into him. This is until my next command phase. All hits anyway, but... I miss Death to the False Emperor.
I don't. It's more reliable this way, you just get an extra attack.
I like it. Death to the False Emperor is nice. Rerolling 1s are plague weapons. No, so I needed 5s, right? So that's 2 wounds, -1.
Okay, which I ignore.
Yes.
So 2 3-ups, which I fail 1. So it's taken a total of 6 now.
Power Fist again. 2 hits. Oh, I get +1, so that was another hit. Forgot about that. From the Italian one, because until the next command phase. And then 1 wound.
-2.
-2.
Which
That's
I
another damage. 2.
8 total.
Okay. So, and that's combat done.
Well, the droll needs to attack back now.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
He will be in his middle profile now, so it is
fantastic.
D3 attacks.
Okay.
So, 1.
And he doesn't get the +1 anymore.
And
misses.
he misses.
Okay. So, that's it. That's the end. We're now looking into turn 4
Yeah.
for the Death Guard.
Yep.
All right, SN community. We've been looking at the scores, and it's looking like when I get engaged all fronts, and then I go for, I'll do another sickness, spread the sickness here for a D3 to ensure those 3 points are 65 to 21.
Yep. So the only thing for me to do left is call it there, to be honest, because there's absolutely no way for me to pull it back.
No.
There's no way for me to really achieve more points. What I have is locked up in combat. It's too far away from the action over here.
Yes, exactly.
It's too scared to get near the action.
Yes, I don't think you have enough to get on the points to stop me.
No.
And I could potentially get another. Actually, I've got 2 CP on this round, and then if I roll my tally man, that's 3 CP, which means at the start, I need to check if it's the start or the end of my command phase, but I can bring back Dave and the 20 Poxwalkers.
Yeah.
Thanks to my stratagem called Rotting Tide. So I would have brought them back on a table edge anyway, and they would have gone to objective. It's just more pressure again. Still got the Terminators. They're going to hold an objective. They already hold one here. This is still locked in combat, and I'll probably leave it in combat because it's just.
It's hitting them with wet noodles at this point.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not doing anything, but it's just at the end of the day, it's slowing them down. Maybe smite them, shoot them. Like I said, hold this objective. I'm still holding this one. You can't leave that one unless you get the Leviathan on it. But then either way, you're
A Leviathan.
exactly. So there's just no way to pull it back, especially because it's turn 4 now. You won't get me off enough points. I'll get a minimum, even if I somehow manage to get me off all the others. I've still got 10, which you're not going to get rid of.
Yeah.
So it's a good game.
It
was
a very
great
good
fun.
game.
At the end of the day, you won.
Yeah.
Because they're both your armies.
Yep.
So let's talk about it in the end of game conclusion.
Yeah.
So there we have it. End of the game and a victory to the Terminus Est. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Actually, going into this game, I was really worried that I would not be able to handle things like the drill, the Leviathan, the repulsor. But you handed the repulsor to me on a plate.
I got too greedy.
He just like, yeah, okay, great. So I was super happy with that. The stratagems from the Terminus Est are brilliant.
They are so good.
They're so good. That shooting into combat, the bringing back, not even how to use it. I was going to use it in the end because we've both picked our MVPs, and I've picked Dave.
And mine is Chief Librarian Volcona.
Dave, for me, won me the game, I think.
Oh yeah, you did.
It completely changed the tide because you didn't shoot him. You left him because you thought, I'm going to charge him, run him over. Let's be honest, guys. 6 attacks. You're probably going to splat him. Maybe a little bit overconfident, but I mean,
a little bit.
You're going to get at least 1 out of that, right? The odds are you're going to get at least 1 6 when you roll 6 dice. So he was going to get splatted. You were going to hold the objective. Then you would have, disembarked your flamer bomb, and that would have put havoc into me. But the other way around, Nurgle was kind to me and the Terminus Est, and we managed to snatch that. I think it pulled away from you after that point, and I blew it up with that callous disregard. I think it's called, right?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
You just disregarded those Poxwalkers so callously.
I did, but I didn't kill hardly any of them as well. They were just aiming for the repulsor, and unfortunately, you lost 2 aggressors coming out of there.
I mean, it's a better roll than the last few times I've played, but yes, I lost 2 of them.
Yeah, it was brutal actually. But then you did pull it back a little bit. But unfortunately, I don't think you had the momentum.
Yeah.
When and enough troops to be able to whittle me down. Now I will caveat, guys, that I think you had crazy bad luck in some respects.
So bad.
Like it to the point of where I thought I kind of just felt bad.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
No.
The veteran squad not being able to kill those Poxwalkers in shooting, in combat, what was that all about? Absolutely brilliant. Kept me going with points and points and points on top of that. Then I had Dave and his gang, the redundancy of him. He was doing fantastic. And in this turn 4, I probably would have brought them all back just to rub it in.
Yeah.
And to have more pressure on the table, etc. You know, holding objectives and whatnot.
Mainly to rub it in, though.
Mainly to rub it in. Yeah, exactly. But I absolutely... Well, first of all, thank you very much for letting me use the Terminus Est. We don't have it as
not a problem at all,
as we said at the start of the game. So when I had the opportunity to play it, I was like, yes, please. That sounds like great fun. And actually, the rules for the army renowned for them, great. I really like them. I don't know. Like I said at the start, I don't know how competitive they are. I wouldn't know it because there's no vehicles at all. But I think we handled it quite well. I think the Death Shroud did quite a good job.
No, like touching on what you said about the no vehicles, at least the way that I like to run the death cards, like this is, as I said at the beginning, this is part of a much larger force that I purchased towards the end of last year.
Yes.
And that has quite a few vehicles, a couple of rhinos, a couple of plagueverse crawlers, a bunch of bloat drones, the blight haulers, and I absolutely love all of the demon engines.
Yes.
So, and I genuinely think that, especially with the ballistic skill and weapon skill upgrade that they've been given a new codex, they are some of the best units in the codex.
Yes.
But so are the Terminators.
Yes. Blightlords.
Yeah.
Do you know what they've actually done? The thing is with Blightlords is I never feel, other than the flails when they get into combat, I never feel that they like do much impact. Like they didn't shoot too much or do too much. It's just their staying power. They can just trudge across the side of the board. You're not going to stop them. If you do get into combat with them, you're in trouble. But the bolters, they don't really do much for me. There are stratagems and stuff I could probably utilize. I didn't because I didn't have the CP. The Plague Marines, however, I just love Plague Marines. Yeah. And I like them just as bolters, to be honest. Like, yes, the spewer, the splooge, as I call it, is okay. And actually a melter gun in there was quite handy. I quite like melters. I'm not a big plasma fan. No. Which is odd, I know. But I'm not a big plasma fan. I just never feel like... I always forget, obviously, to overcharge. To say it. But on top of that, I mean, I just like a melter because it's just straight away, you either know it's going to melt face or not.
In your case, melt face. In my case, 5 times not.
Oh, yeah. So unlucky.
I mean, he burst a few of the grenade racks on the guy.
He did, yeah, he did. Flame drill. But yeah, unfortunately, flame drill did not...
He didn't flame.
He didn't flame.
He didn't drill.
He didn't drill either. Anything you would have changed?
Apart from my dice, I mean, as you saw with my nice selection of different kinds of dice, and maybe I think it's time to retire the green ones.
They're the custom ones, right? They're the special.
Those are the limited edition ones. My grey ones seem to be rolling a lot better, maybe because they match the Death Guard. I think my green dice, I have this thing where every time I have an army, I've got a set of dice that matches them. So the Salamanders have got the bright green ones. I semi-retired the Salamanders, as I said before, in favor of the Death Guard, and then I bought the grey dice because they match the Death Guard. I think the green dice just have it out for me now. I mean,
that's fair.
I'm pretty sure most people watching would agree.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, to a normal audience, people would be like, that sounds really weird. But to every wargamer out there, they're like, yeah, totally get it. Like the
dice
gods
grudges.
Are real and they hold grudges, exactly. Yeah. So maybe you've been unworthy.
But no, like in jokes aside, quite a few things I could have done differently. I made a huge mistake. Well, a huge mistake as far as not suicide charging my librarian into the Blightlords was.
Okay.
I think that was a mistake that could have changed because then I would have been able to clear out a pretty big chunk of those Blightlords, I think.
Yeah.
I probably should have started with the drill on the table. The drill...
Yeah, start with the drill on the table, I would agree.
Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of you are asking why did I have the drill in the list. It didn't really fit. The main reason is it looks cool.
Yeah.
You're probably asking that even more after seeing how badly it performed. I'm asking that too. But it still looks awesome. And, well, to be honest, that is the way that I'm approaching the game now. I'm not approaching it so much from a competitive point of view, which I have been doing for the last couple of years. I've taken a step back from that mentality. Now I'm just playing what I enjoy and what feels fun. And I've really, really enjoyed this game.
Yeah, it's been a crazy game. I've actually really enjoyed it. I mean, it's quite late now for us. extremely late. But yeah, it was worth it because the craziness of that game, some of the stuff that went on, and champions like Dave have risen up.
Yes.
I mean, does he understand that he's a champion now?
I don't think he understands much anymore.
Will Nurgle give him some sort of, a gift for? I don't know.
One of the new spawns I have to paint up. I might have to give him one blue pant leg.
Yeah, to make him Dave.
Yeah, Dave will ascend.
Dave will ascend. Dave is on his way to demonhood. Okay.
I wouldn't go out.
So thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate your time, of course. Hope you enjoyed that as much as me and Carl did. And if you want more content, don't forget, head over to our website, which Pardo will probably put around here right about now, with his editing skills.
There's a button down here, isn't there?
I was about to say, there is a button. I think it's there. It's the join button if you can see it. Some countries can't, but if you can see it, that is the join button for SN Plus on YouTube, so you can pick either the website or on YouTube, or if you're feeling really saucy, you can pick both. You get more content, you get sit and talks, you get access to our Discord community, which is growing all the time, which you enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be one of the most active people on it, but now there are just so many people on it.
Yes.
I can't keep up anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's amazing. So, yeah, jump in, join the SN Plus community. We really appreciate the support. Obviously, it helps us with the studio and get everything that we can do. For example, I want now a Terminus Est force for our Death Guard, so I'm going to plead and beg for that to be one of the next ones to come up. But yeah, in the meantime, we'll see you again soon.